Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Blue Otter Emerald. We are still in the playoff picture. We are in the playoffs currently, and we are seeing two teams face off against each other, that being Cardinal Sin from the Freljord division going up against Strawberry Noctis of Shurima. Cardinal Sin got a week one bye from playoffs. Strawberry Noctis last week went 3-1 in their series over uh
No quarter.
don't no quarter. Okay, yeah, no
Yeah.
quarter legacy. So they made it to this stage here. I'm Becky with Storm. What do you think about tonight? How are you feeling?
I'm really excited for this series. So I kind of pushed for this series to get showcased on stream. I know we haven't showcased some of the other teams that are in playoffs that are currently playing on stream tonight, but I feel like this series should be like a super banger. Cardinal Sin, like you mentioned, the top of the Freljord division, they finished the top number one seeds. They were able to secure that bye. However, they're like maybe the shakiest one seed. They went 0-2 in like the playoffs like seeding matches and stuff, and I believe they also lost their tiebreaker as well. Whereas Strawberry were 2-0 in the seeding stage, and they won last week as well, so they're coming in pretty hot. Both these teams have like a lot of like pretty high caliber names on like, oh, I recognize that name and I recognize that name of like Emerald players. Like you see Conveyable Cub, A-Hawk, um, DL, because I'm not going to say their name on stream, P-Dog, Loveless, Prim. Like these are all names and Domination 2340. Like these are all people I've covered before in BOL who've made deep playoff runs. I've seen them win other various Emerald level leagues and like D4 cap leagues. So there's a lot of really, really good players in this series. I think this series should be super close, and I'm kind of expecting this one to go 4 or 5. I'd be really shocked if one team just kind of runs over the other in this. Um, I think one of the only other things kind of worth mentioning tonight is that Cardinal Sin is has an E sub, despite having like three different junglers sitting on their sub bench. They went, no, we don't want any of those guys. Court JJ, you're in, baby.
Yep.
So they're in. So they're going to be losing their first three bans for each game that he is playing, unless Strawberry decides to waive those. But speaking of bans, we're in. Looks like we are ready for the draft.
Yeah, and it looks like there will be, unless it's um yeah, it's Cardinal Sin or have the E sub here, so it looks like they must have waived those bans, or they're just going with the two bans immediately and then skipping the next three. Because it looks like Cardinal Sin did drop in first with an Ari ban. Uh,
Yeah.
as we are seeing just kind of some mid lane targeting here from both teams. Or Rakan. I would imagine we don't see a whole lot that is too interesting in the ban stages. Uh, are there any high priority bans that you would say are currently on this patch? Because uh, I think Lock is still disabled
Yeah.
for our
Can,
league,
you
but
cannot lock him
otherwise,
in.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because I hear he's pretty good,
Yeah.
pretty good champion. But any other things that we should be expecting to see?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of we're on the MSI patch, right? I'm sure everyone's been watching that series. That it's kind of the rise of the mage bot lanes have become like the biggest thing of like seeing stuff like Melbot, Syndra, um, but that's kind of like where my mind goes to. I feel like
How
engage
about a
supports are also
B1
really
Akali?
if you want to call it, yeah, why not? Um, if this is for Cardinal Sin, interestingly enough, because I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it was last week. Strawberry picked it and like dominated with it. That it was an incredible series out of them for taking that on like their game one. Yeah, Solo Ghost went 9-2-7 on that last week in one of their victories. So probably just a denial pick away here. Looking like it's going to get matched by the Galio, which is a pretty solid answer into the Akali, right? She has all the dashes and mobility, and you just go, I don't care that you have dashes and mobility, get taunted.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh, I would say I do think the Galio is a good response into the Akali here. I'm not. I think it's interesting that they opted into the Akali as uh, if it's just something that they play, and it also, hey, we can take this away from Strawberry Noctis in this game one here.
yeah.
It all depends on what Dongo is capable of in uh,
Okay.
in
I'm
this
just gonna
particular game.
I'm gonna say this. So Ash has been locked in. Mel bot now is looking real mighty juicy to me.
Very
I think
nice,
I was about to
very
say I think this
tasty.
is the pick that I would take. I would take Mel and I would take some sort of like really hardcore AD. Oh, there it is, the Mel. Oh, I'm sorry, AD carry mains, but bot lane is not for the right clickers anymore. It's for the mage players. I guess you're gonna have to
Yep.
move to top lane and ruin my life or something. But anyway, um, I feel like, yeah, you have drafted such heavy AP into Galio already, so you really need some sort of like ADC jungler, and Nocturne's already kind of off the table, so maybe the Wukong
hmm
is kind of something I'm looking at. Jarvan, I guess it gives you like
Ah,
it's really good into Ashe, I will say. Okay,
yes.
there's that. It's good into Ashe. He does decent damage. He's not quite a tank. He's like the fighter-esque. So this team needed frontline. This is a fine pick. I'm
Yeah.
just hoping we can get like a top laner who's like a bruiser instead of a tank. Like if this team
Yeah.
walks in like Sion on Ornn, it's not good.
Yeah, no, we there needs to be some kind of AD that's here to fist fight you. J4, unless you build very weird and wrong, he's not going to fist fight you.
Yeah.
The Poppy here makes sense with what Cardinal Sin currently have. It certainly negates and denies J4, and it also has some extra bonus against Akali. In this particular situation, you kind of, and if Cardinal Sin want to take other champions that have dashes, they are going to have to think about the steadfast presence when they're building around that. The Olaf taken out here. Cardinal Sin looks like they're targeting a couple. They might be thinking of targeting a couple of those big, just right-click bruiser, top laning behemoths.
Yeah.
Whereas, not sure what Cardinal Sin's gonna think about here. I would imagine, maybe target a couple of those supports that could go with the Ashe, just to make her life more miserable, and pick something that is good for your Mel as a partner.
Yeah, I'm guessing here on 4, Sin's gonna take whatever support that they want to. Well, I guess, sorry. So Strawberry will have their kind of blind pick, whereas Sin's going to be finishing off their comp. They want to try and get some priority for themselves. And Bessa, probably the most. This band makes a lot of sense. The Hen instead. Okay. Um. Anyway, I was going to say. So you're probably going to kind of reveal whether this is a Poppy flex, because Poppy is one of those champions that is very flexible, right? You can play top jungle or support on this champion. Um, Guessing it's more towards the jungle position. That's generally where we kind of see it nowadays. Doesn't have as many true weaknesses. Lulu is kind of an interesting band to me because Ashe isn't like the traditional hyper carry esque champion, right? You don't have like the most damage or anything. You more picking Ashe for a lot of the utility and things like that. So kind of interesting to see what Strawberry's going to go for here. If they're going to reveal this Poppy flex, or if they're going to take just something else that's flexible as well, like like snapping something like Volibear or something that you still have some flexibility for yourselves.
That's a
Camille,
flex pick, right?
yeah,
That's a
that's
flex pick.
technically a flex pick. Area support is showing that Camille, you just fist fight the enemy ADC and you just try and kill him really dead, and it works really well. Uh,
Just kill your opponent. It's
yeah,
it's a good strategy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of knockdown for this Strawberry comp. So I feel like something that's some sort of ability to kind of dodge CC or something like that seems very useful.
Well,
Maokai?
that Twisted Advance does dodge CC. It
Yeah.
dodges abilities, but maybe not in the way that you're hoping. I suppose that's gonna be the support pick.
Yeah, I
Is gonna
think
be that
so.
Maokai,
It's
which,
probably it's good into Camille. Your Q stops her E.
oh yeah, yeah, it would. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, all right.
I
Now
guess
I'm just
the final
curious.
pick here is
Smolder. Okay.
is this gonna be a lane, like a solo lane Smolder, or is it going to be uh going into the bot lane? That's the question. Because
I
this is looking to me like this is top lane Smolder. I don't know about you. I don't know if it's a good idea to be top lane Smolder, but it's looking like top lane Smolder.
yeah, I also kind of think this is top lane Smolder because Akali's going mid, like no matter what.
Hmm.
Okay, we're just flexing everywhere. Sure, Zyra.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah. This champions could go anywhere.
yeah, so
Okay.
Zyra, Camille, Poppy, like the three of them could literally like flex around, but like between top jungle and support, and I don't know which is which. I'm wanting to say it's Camille top, Zyra jungle, Poppy support, but I could be very wrong on that. As far as like the Smolder and Mel and stuff, like yeah, it's like Akali has to be mid lane, right? Jarvan is our
Hmm.
jungler, 100%, unless this is Jarvan support and Maokai jungle, but that's
Don't
not
do that.
happening. Yeah, don't do that. Um, it's like Akali's mid lane, I think, like almost 100%, but like, is Smolder our top laner or is Mel our top laner? Both of those sound just fucking terrible, so.
Yeah, and I think with the triple flex here, this is like Camille into these tiny baby squishies in top lane. Famously, just obliterates them. Uh,
Yeah, it's just
so
it's just the case of like I feel like Mel was probably better into Camille just because like you had the ability to like hook to like root her and like once she hook shots onto you and stuff. Whereas like Smolder, you're just gonna get destroyed by her after a while, and that shield value is so high, allowing you to like trade on her. Whereas at least
mhm.
if you're Mel, you're like ranged and can like abuse the relatively weak early game of Camille. But I mean, we'll see as this draft kind of progresses. Already, this is weird and wonderful. I love Fearless. This is gonna be cool. Reminder,
Yeah.
we are playing Fearless. This is a best of 5 Fearless, so we can get to the point of like these games where it's like, oh, we're picking like C tier ADCs or something, right?
Ah,
Um,
yes. It's everyone's favorite champion, Tristana.
yeah,
Excellent.
exactly. I was about to say, like, we saw Tristana played at MSI, right? Like, it's been locked in and stuff. You know, maybe it was top lane as a Gnar counter pick, but
That's basically the same thing.
yeah,
Uh,
that's
so,
basically
uh, sorry to interject. How I honestly, I'm thinking looking at these two teams, I actually really like how Strawberry Noctis drafted. I like the triple flex. I think
yeah.
it's very entertaining, if nothing else, and I think that they've got the jump on Cardinal Sin. Uh, I like the champions they've picked. I think the biggest thing is that it might be a little low on the damage side as we get into the later stages of the game. But otherwise, I do really like the comp. I would give game one to Strawberry Noctis personally. How are you feeling about these two?
Yeah, so this is really interesting to me because like Strawberry's only real engage is Ash R and it's Camille, right? Those are our only two options to kind of start a fight out when I'm looking at their comp. And Ashar doesn't really work very well because there's Mel on the other team, and Smolder. And I'm assuming Maokai is going to build actual useful support items and get the cleanse item. Maybe not though, because who knows what people like to build. Maybe we're going to build Leandries or something as Maokai support. But I feel like the strawberry comp, like in a vacuum, is really, really good. I just don't know how it's really gonna interact into Sin. Like, I don't know if they can actually like snap engage and use like Camille Gallio Poppy onto people. Like, that's my like major worry for them. And am kind of worried, yeah, like you were mentioning about their damage output. Like Jarvan and Maokai should be pretty tanky boys, even if it is Maokai support. Like you just naturally heal a lot. You can always
Mm-hmm.
like auto Zyra roots as well to get your passive off. Like there's always gonna be something for Maokai to like heal off of with the sap magic. And it's like if Smolder gets late game, it doesn't matter. Like your team just loses to that. because there's so much protection for him by like Jarvan, Maokai, and just Nell sitting on top of him. And it's not like you guys can just like all in death ball. Like you have to be worried about Akali because Akali can one shot like all of your damage threats on your team, right? She's really, really good into Zyra. She's really, really good into Ashe. So that's my like major worry for Strawberry is they don't know if they have an answer to the Akali. It just depends to me how far ahead Strawberry can get. Because I think Strawberry is going to get ahead. They should get ahead with the comp that they've drafted. But if I think it's like if Strawberry doesn't get the first two dragons, I think Sin is going to win this game. So I'm kind of leaning more towards the Sin side of things. I think they have a lot of scaling advantages on their side. I don't think their lane matchups are like that terrible, but it all depends on where we see these champions, right? Because we're still unsure. Like I'm currently looking at like the loading screen as these champions are loading in, as we're waiting for the Spectre lane. Currently, we have an Akali in the top lane and Smolder in mid lane.
Hmm.
So it's like Smolder into
Interesting.
Galio. That's a pretty free lane, right? And you're able to scale forever. Um, So that sounds pretty good to me. So that's kind of why I'm favoring Sin here. But we'll have to see where people actually elect to go. You know, despite where they've lined up, you can still swap around and stuff, right?
Yep. All right, so we'll see what our teams have planned as we get into the game. We're going to go to a quick break while we wait for the spectator lane to finish out. We'll be in on the Rift in just a couple of minutes. Stick around. We'll see you then.
We yapped for so long. Pug.
Alrighty, welcome back here in on the Rift for game one of our series between Cardinal Sin and Strawberry Noctis. Cardinal Sin on the blue side, Strawberry Noctis on the red side. We see the results of some of these flex shenanigans, and the results are actually a kind of what you'd expect. Cardinal Sin have decided to send the Smolder into the mid lane. The Akali is in the top lane for now, up against the Camille. And the Ashe and Zyra are currently in the bot lane. So we do have a little bit of an interesting kind of switch up from what we expected. And I think this the switch here, I don't know, I feel like it actually might benefit Cardinal Sin. But that's kind of my immediate take on it.
Yeah, I definitely think it favors the part of Cardinal Pickle. Come on, bro. Maybe we do not play Akali. Maybe we're speaking too soon, bro. Because I just watched that guy miss two of the first three minions on Akali, and that's
Uh-oh.
like impossible. You just press Q and the whole wave and the whole three first minions die. Anyway, but like yeah, Smolder matches up really well here into the Galio just because it gives you that free lane. The biggest worry should definitely be towards Ahop on this Maokai support. He should get absolutely wrecked.
Yeah. See, I saw the Zyra root hit him, and then I had like war flashbacks in my head.
Yeah.
Like I saw all of the Zyra roots I've been hit by as support Maokai all connect on me at once, and I was like, wait, I don't want to be in this lane. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's gonna be misery for Ahop. I don't think it'll be that bad for Conveyable Cub. They should probably be chilling down there. Pickle also should generally do well in this lane. You can see that's kind of the big interaction of why this is a good matchup. As Camille hook shots at you, and it means you get a free shuriken flip into her, the Akali E, whatever it is actually called. It might actually just be called that, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
But no, we're
die
just
to
gonna.
ignite? Wait.
No, we didn't get ignited. P-Dog didn't press the ignite button. Pickle sure did. He flashed and ignited, but he should have died there. Is worth mentioning, we do see Core JJ, the sub, is roaming to top lane, where his top laner is currently getting pushed in. Does have an opportunity to just try and randomly kill P-Dog, who doesn't have
Yeah, and
flash.
I think the greed is gonna. Yeah, nice cloud, nice cloud here. P-Dog will just get beat down inevitably.
Yeah.
Akali should have pink warded the shroud. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that
Pink,
totally works, by the
yeah,
way.
pink ward the Nadali spear, dodge
Yeah.
the shroud. We all know
Yeah.
this to be true.
But anyway, that's a pretty big pickup for them. I will say it is something that like Prim probably needs to try and like look for something just like towards someone to see if he can get something. It is pretty hard to get on the DL here in the mid lane, but we're gonna try.
Yeah, we're gonna try and fish for Dong Liquor here. We managed to get one. Just a little bit of damage.
Okay.
Dongo very low on mana. We'll have to recall here regardless. So I imagine both of our mid laners are gonna look to just try and reset here, as Galio will be taking that recall pretty soon, clearing out that wave, and there it goes. Prim also getting that first reset here, whereas Court JJ is going on the second round of clears without items on the back here. Did get that first blood gold. So Jarvan getting early gold, I do really like, because he can buy big items earlier that actually make him a significant threat in these early stages. So I'm all right that the J4 did get that first blood gold. I think it's going to pan out pretty well once we see that reset come in here for that. Otherwise, though, just kind of a bit of a slow start for both teams, at least in the laning sense.
Yeah, you can see that like CS just generally kind of an advantage currently for the side of Sin. They have like an 800 gold lead, 700, so not just that first blood contributing so far to their gold lead here. Do you see Court is looking to stay top lane and try and aggress onto P-Dog here? We see Prim is also up here covering this kind of push in right now. It's hard to see if these two are going to meet up at all, but yeah, definitely Jarvan being able to spike and get his Sundered Sky early is really big just because it means he's still a damage threat. But here's Prim looking onto Pickle. Pickle also not without flash.
Yeah, Pickle is 6 now, so we do have the flawless execution in pocket, but will not look to burn it. Prim gonna keep going though. Shuriken lands, but Do not want to take that one. That would be a terrible choice. But with Court JJ here, not necessarily worried about any further assault. Pickle's able to just get out of dodge.
Yeah, and it is worth mentioning that both our top laners this game did take the Ignite. Um, so they are, of course, going to get that TP unlocked once they complete their world quest in the top lane, but they're not going to have access to like the shield from the TPs coming in. And both of them are on relatively squishy champions. They might, kind of die quicker than we're both expecting when it comes towards these team fights. They won't have that kind of extra buffer zone. Um, we'll kind of have to see. I mean, the real thing is we're going to have to check on these smolder stacks, right? When do we get to the 225 mark? There's always kind of the timer of in bot lane, it's 20 minutes or you're bad. I have no idea what it is in mid. This doesn't seem to be going very well. This aftershock damage was really big from Solar Ghost, but we're
Yeah,
currently at
that's
50 stacks at 6.5 minutes. That's probably pretty good, I think.
yeah. It seems like it's on pace. I would
Yeah.
say against a solo champion. I would imagine that you're trying to match what you would get as Smolder bot, where you can, although it is not going to be as fast in against a singular target. But regardless, first strike does go over to Strawberry Noctis. No real attempt to contest that one as Court JJ just going to keep clearing out those jungle camps. The grubs are not up yet. They will be up fairly soon. We'll see if there's going to be any kind of combat over that one. I imagine it would depend on who has the push in top lane right now. P-Dog looking a little worse for wear up there, but considering Pickle's just going for a reset, we'll probably see both of our top laners limp their way back to base and back to lane before those grubs spawn, if I had to guess. But it looks like Court JJ is sitting down here. I don't know if they know he's here. He's going to be going in for the Cataclysm, trapping both. That's going to be a double flash, but now the fight's turned on its head. No ulti from CJ Spuds will mean that they just walk out of there having to blow both flashes on that Cataclysm.
Yeah, that's a pretty huge win. That's really good from Court being able to get that and get those flashes down. It just means that there's a lot more safety now. And it means that A-Hop, once he is 6, can actually try and play the video game instead of just sitting back here and getting absolutely destroyed by all this poke. It means he can like go in and look for something and then flash out, right? It isn't just a one-way trip. You can look onto Spuds to try and kill that guy. So I think that's a pretty big win and intelligent play. Trim, though, does have time and might be able to sneak at least one of these grubs. I don't know if they had the opportunity to get all 3 or anything like that, but there is a bit of time because Court does have to clear his top side, we can see.
Yeah, and it's going to take a little bit here. Jarvan is not the fastest on these clears, so especially, even with these extra items, he's still basically just hitting you with single target damage for a while. And that should give Poppy enough time to very easily clean up all 3 of the Grubbins. So, yeah, kind of no vision on that. Prim taking advantage of Court JJ's just kind of slow responses to these things around the map, but maintaining CS, which is a jungle victory, if nothing else, as DL here, Dongo is getting absolutely smashed by this Demacian Colossus, having to recall once again, but now it's going to be A-Hop who has wandered into mid lane. Gonna have to flash on that one to avoid the Galio taunt. Spuds was up there as well. So kind of an unfortunate scenario for the side of Sin.
And this was Profane Hydra, so we are Lethality Jarvan. We are not Frontline Jarvan.
Good.
I hate this decision a lot.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah. I guess it's good because you could one-shot Domination and Spuds, but like, I don't know if you're one-shotting anyone else. And Cub is also now forced to flash and isn't going to have this. So this whole advantage that Court JJ just got in the bot lane is gone. Both of our ADC and support having flash advantage was going to be so big for this upcoming dragon fight for the second dragon. Now I don't even know if they could take it.
Yeah, it's going to be a little rough for that. Fortunately, I do think that the Maokai ulti is one of the greatest buttons in League of Legends. It does everything. It's like the PlayStation 3. It just does everything. Uh, I that it's gonna be the one thing that they still have
Oh,
is now
there's a big
Prim
pick.
is gonna get jumped on. Didn't know they were on Vision. Will get dunked by the Cataclysm. Now Soul of Ghost gonna also get unfortunately trapped in that one and beat down by Dongo. One pickup for Court, one pickup for Dongo there, and that is a nice little cash injection coming in right before this Drake spawn.
Yeah, and I mean that's great to see. The thing is, if you're playing Lethality Jarvan, you have to keep building damage and you have to be ahead of the game, right? It's every Lethality champion. If you're not ahead, you're behind. So great to see that they are still 2-0. They're just about to finish their jungle quest as well, I believe. You can see there's just 6 stacks left on their pet there. So that'll give them that extra shield and a little bit of tenacity, which will maybe help them survive in these fights. You can see the Eclipse has been finished here for Prim, and those are kind of it for like the major first purchases. Essence Reaver is done here for Smolder. I'm really hoping we do not see a random Black Cleaver get built this game. I swear to God this item is bad, Smolder players. Please stop building it. You can just build like Shojin if you want the CDR, and it's like an actual good item on that champion. But
Yeah,
I
just, like,
digress. Mid lane
build good
quest is
items.
finished.
Stop building bad items.
Yeah. Can we get a stack check while we have a second before this dragon fight gets out?
I would like to see where Smolder is at 118. So keeping
Yeah.
pace, keeping
Yeah.
pace with where we've been. So that's good. I feel like Dongo has had some rough spots in the lane, but now with the Essence Reaver and the tier 2 boots, should feel pretty comfortable here.
Oh, there's
Maokai
the
ulti's
Maokai
gonna
button.
go out. Nature's Grasp gonna
Oh my
land
God,
onto
look at the
2
poppy.
there. But here comes the heroic entrance, gonna dunk in onto Court JJ, but Court JJ has found their target, and a good assassin kills their target. Ash taken out of commission here as Spuds now will be the target. The flashes are going forward. The balls of fire are trying to land, but not going to connect. So that's gonna be a 2-for-1 going in the favor of Syndicate.
Yeah, and big thing as well as Sin actually got the dragon as well. Got a pretty good Drake for themselves as well with this Cloud Drake being taken, and it's an Infernal Rift, so everybody's blowing up. Also worth mentioning that, like I said, Poppy building their first item. That's not a Sundered Sky. We have built
That is
Lethality
Eclipse.
as well. That is
That
Eclipse.
is
Yeah, and we're behind as Poppy. We're currently 0-2 and we're building Lethality. So this might be a really radical game. That is a Gluttonous Grease I just saw my Jarvan buy.
Yep. No, that is indeed. You do not need to check your screen. That is in fact Gluttonous Greaves on the J4 here.
Oh. Huh.
So that's interesting. It is certainly a choice.
Into Poppy, Galio, Ash, Sejuani, we went. Merc Treads are too much value. I don't need those. That's cheating,
We're just gonna
I
kill
guess.
him.
Yeah.
They won't CC us because they'll be dead. You know, it's an idea, it's a concept. We want to see Court JJ accelerate this one. I feel like this isn't maybe necessarily the best way to do it, as Prim is going to be going for Pickle here. A total lockdown onto that Akali, as Spuds is up here as well. So that will just be the Akali. No chance of getting out of that one. Pickle taken out. But we'll see if that even really amounts to a whole lot, as the Herald is
Cub
already
just died.
in somebody's pocket. I don't know who. As a Cub is going to die. Cub has perished. Rest in peace. I don't know how that happened, but good night.
Yeah, you see our Galio has built the Chovy belt, so he has a gap closer. And then you Justice Punch people in the face, and it really, really hurts.
I guess that is true.
Okay. I'm really worried for this guy, because
yeah, that's
hurts.
a slow. Yeah, that's a slow coming in onto
goodbye.
the Zyra there. The non-amped up saplings do just kind of slow people, and it's very funny. Mel also has the Chovy belt, which is good stuff. It gives you mobility.
Yeah,
Your champion
exactly.
that doesn't have it. This is a good idea. This is a good button. Very funny item.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Herald will be picked up here by the side of Syndicate. They're going to get the Hawk Shot onto that, but that's just going to see the very end of that objective, as now we see once again, the Smolder doing fairly well for themselves into this Galio now that they've got some items, they've got some punch in their buttons. Speaking of punching, here comes the Justice Punch, as Dongo is going to have to try and run for the hills, but they are running for the wrong hills, as Prim will pick that one up. A good little side quest completed by Strawberry Noctis' Juggler, but that will be a return fire.
Yeah, so again, both these junglers kind of accelerating themselves. It is worth mentioning, DL has like a pretty huge lead for themselves. They're up like 40 CS here, we can see, towards the mid lane. They have 3 kills and 3 assists, 6 out of 7 kill participation, so they are really far ahead on this Smolder. And oh, P-Dog here I think is going to get a solo kill.
Yeah, that's going to be a solo bolo, as the Pickle really looking like they don't know what they're doing on the Akali in this one. It is unfortunate, but we do have the Gunblade completed. It feels right seeing Akali with Gunblade. It's nice that they brought it back. The world is healing. Nature's Grasp will be going out here, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Just keep Ahop safe from this vicious lethality Poppy, who has opted to buy Merc Treads as opposed to the glutinous Greaves.
We also are building towards Frozen Fist. Like, I think that's the build path of that. I have no idea what else this cloth armor would be going into. This is a wacky build, bro.
Yeah, but they did get another Drake, so...
Yeah, they did get that. We see Jarvan has completed his second lethality item. The Cyclo Sword is in. So we had that extra energized attack for all the extra lethality to really get that one shot to really stick to someone. Is worth mentioning, as far as DL is ahead, the rest of his team isn't doing too hot, right? It's DL and Core JJ. Conveyable Cub, Ahop, and Pickle all are having a little bit of a rough time here. So P-Dog is kind of my major focus for Strawberry here. Oh, you see it? Port almost getting something on the Solar Ghost, but they were able to scout it out. Did actually walk into that crush.
Cub will Reflector that one. Reflectoring the volley and just securing that that mid lane turret. So a good pickup here. We see the Herald crashing in the top side. That should be another turret for Sin up here in the top lane, or at least a good chunk of money going into the pockets of these Sin players as they are securing themselves a small-ish gold lead. Not necessarily a significant one, but enough to matter, as now P-Dog is laning into the Smolder. I feel like if I'm Camille, I am okay with this. Smolder does hurt, but if you just kill Smolder, he cannot hurt you. And I think that's a pretty good strategy. They should consider trying that one out. 45 seconds on the Baron. I don't think we'll see any early Barons this game. Unless there are like a true baffling series of events that go out here. I think that the Baron is gonna just be a pickup after a one fight or later in the game.
Yeah, it is worth mentioning there is a fair amount of damage on both these comps to try and take it if someone disappears. Like Zyra is notorious for being really good at taking Barons. You have actually you just have Zyra's really good damage for killing Baron for the side of Strawberry. Never mind. But here's a play developing mid. I don't know if this is going to result or anything, but we see Galio on the flank.
Yeah, Ahop is going to take a lot of punishment right here. Will flash out. Nature's Grasp will allow him to get out of dodge, but getting into dodge is Pickle here. Gonna get knocked up by the heroic entrance, but still gonna be able to get their flawless execution onto Prim and get out of dodge. Back in the mid lane fight, Court JJ is able to pick up P-Dog, or rather in the bot lane. Court JJ picks up P-Dog, who, yeah, we can take a look at that. Almost certainly was just a punish on that engage. Goes on to Dongo Liquor. And picking that one up for the culture for Syndicate here.
Yeah, and we can see Spuds is like really playing with fire here in the mid lane. We do have that Searing Dawn available to us for the Mel on conveyable comes. Just needs to land just a little bit more and then can get that execute damage in. Instead, we're just going to make sure to really get back and get safe and get our resets in. Court doing a really good job of keeping himself accelerated. We can see a BF sword in our inventory. I believe that's part of GA, is it not? Or is this just...
It is. It should be.
Yeah.
I don't think this will turn into GA, but
No?
I think it is
think
part.
it is?
I think it's going to be something incredibly stupid. I can't,
Okay.
in my mind, picture what it is, but I don't think it's going to turn into GA.
Okay, I
if
think
we
it's
could get,
GA because
if
of,
we could
because
get
of the
a,
longsword too, right?
if we could get a stack check on it to the smolder, I'm curious to see if we've hit our point yet.
Yeah.
2 off. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're just about there. Which is good. I think this is about where you want to be for bot lane and mid lane. So good work on Dongo Liquor for managing to defeat the smolder problem in this one.
Yeah. I still hate that champion. He's an abomination. He shouldn't look like that.
He's a Disney reject over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon looking as champion. He is adorable, though. I'm not going to say nothing wrong with cute champions. I like cute little goblins. As A-Hop going to be looking for an engage onto Prim, but maybe not the champion want to engage on. Spuds is going to be absolutely assassinated. But on the return fire here, P-Dog will slash up the other support. Now Court JJ with no survivability will go down, but Dongo Liquor has arrived, and he's got a lot of damage. You see that passive is fully amped up. Breathing fire, spitting it, in fact, on to the side of Strawberry Noctis. As that's going to be a 2 for 3. No jungler, however, they are not afraid of anyone in this scenario, and we'll be just picking up the second Drake here for What Are We Doing? What are we doing?
I was about to say, I was going to say, Prim immediately started like spam pinging this Baron, by the way, as the enemy team hit Dragon. We do have Zyra coming, and there's no vision.
Wait, they might...
Oh.
Okay, no.
Okay, Blue
all
Ward.
right. Yeah,
Thank
Blue
God.
Ward, we stopped the shenanigans. We stopped this nonsense.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to
ambitions.
rant for a second. Why is no one building defense? Why does my Galio have a Rift Maker second, and why is he building more AP with an Amp Tome? What is going on, bro?
Well, on the bright side,
to be a front line.
On the bright side, Court JJ does in fact have that GA. I thought it was going to be something stupid, but we did build a real item.
Smolder built fucking Black Cleaver. Great.
Yes. I didn't want to say anything about it because
Yeah,
if all the Smolders are building it, it has to be optimal, right? It's surely not like a group hallucinated psychosis that this item is good. Like, that has never happened in the history of League of Legends, where nobody just like pulls out a calculator.
Baron. I'm sorry, but like this thing is getting absolutely fried by BL.
Yeah, Dongo Liquor is licking up this Baron. Is tasty. That is a purple worm secured for the side of Cardinal Syndicate, and now they're going to be looking to try and continue that one. The Cataclysm will be flash. Nature's Grass will connect onto Spuds, but that ulti will keep him safe. Nobody able to kind of close that gap. Never mind, Court JJ going to try and just go for the kill here. Oof. That was a good route from Spuds to save themselves. That could have been disastrous, but that Baron already is pretty disastrous as it gets picked up by Cardinal Sin, and now they can look to push their lead.
Yeah, and you can see that Domination basically just doesn't get to play this game, right? Like, as this Ashe being in like an ADC against this team comp, like, how do you auto-attack? How do you, like, cast things on the enemies, right? Like, it just feels like you can't, right? And Chovy Belt in full effect there. Wow, look at it saving our Mel's life. Congratulations, Trophy. I'm sure you'll win Worlds one day.
Yeah. Maybe one day. You
Yeah.
know. It's actually the crazy thing about the Hextech Proto Belt is you think it goes around your waist, right? But it actually
Yeah.
goes around your neck because it's the chokey belt, right? It's
Okay.
a choker.
Right. Right.
That's
The
nothing.
fashion accessory and a useful piece of equipment.
It's true. It's true. It's very hype when you think about it. Spuds
Cub
is
just
going
killed
to just,
themselves.
oh, that is a dead Mel. This Mel
Yeah.
is a no longer going to be with us. This is a dead player, although was nearly able to take out Ash on the backside there. That would have been incredibly sad for the Ash if
If
that
if
were to
if we
happen.
pressed R, I'm pretty sure we killed her. We just
Oh,
didn't
yes.
for some reason. That I can't
I,
really
I feel like we
understand.
didn't think we'd get close. We didn't think we'd get close to killing the Ash, and then it's like, oh wait, we could have absolutely killed this champion. But that's fine. You get jumped by 4 people, you probably are thinking like, ah, I got nothing in me.
Yeah. I'm just more wondering, like, I'm pretty sure that just stalled out our Baron completely. Like, I
Hmm.
don't think we can push anymore because we don't have like anyone ranged on our team basically besides DL and our Mel. Like we have 2 assassins basically and like a setup like dive machine, right? So not the greatest. There's just I have so many questions about things. How much damage has our support Maokai done with his ZZ thing on the Jigger? Oh, never mind. Prim.
Yeah, we can take a look at that in a
Yeah.
bit here as P-Dog's gonna be looking to
Oh,
try and
that was
get
a
that. I feel like we could have Hextech Ultimatum there. I don't know how that button didn't activate.
yeah.
Is the range on it just shorter than I think it is? Also, Flash from Spuds, the Chokey Belt is
Yeah.
securing that Flash exchange there. That's funny. 525 on the Maokai's Zack Realm Spike.
Yeah.
I
Definitely you
don't
knew that one. That was great that you
know.
called that name out. It's very
Nope.
important.
Yeah, I gotta the void support item, the one
Yeah.
that does damage. That's what it is. Uh, for right now though, it feels like Cardinal Sin are
Oh,
just gonna be
P-Dog.
posturing here. Donglicker getting caught over the wall by the Zyra damage, but not gonna get followed up on it on one side of the fight. Prim will be taken out here. Never mind, flashing away as P-Dog sweeping the leg, keeping them safe. That is going to be Mom called to try and pick one up. Court JJ will find the support of Spuds, taking that gamer out. Court JJ does still have the GA here, so can play a little recklessly. Does not have the Cataclysm, though. So I imagine we're just going to turn this around. We take one, and we take the Drake to go with it, setting us up for Soul Point here. I don't think we can get close. Prim too low. But P-Dog is going to think about it. We do have the heroic entrance. I don't want to take it.
Yeah, so that's our third dragon now picked up for the side of Cardinal Sin. 2 dragons as well for Strawberries. This game could still keep going for a while. This mid 10 or 1 being up for Cardinal Sin is actually so big for them because it's so annoying for Strawberry because it means they can't like easily set up towards Baron and stuff. They have to push so much further in and things like that. We're still so far away from what feels like really key items as well, I want to say, right? This Imperial Mandate for the Galio mid hasn't been finished yet. We just are sitting on like a Vandal Glass Mirror. IE at least now has come in for domination that we're finally on 3 items. We can start being like a real ADC, but is Spud's about to die? No, we actually
Nope.
swept the bush. Thank
Yep.
God. We used spells. We didn't just randomly face check an Akali.
That would have been very sad. You have
Yeah.
Zyra, you have the free plants. Just throw them. Just put them down on the ground. It's okay. Uh, in any case, 30 seconds on the Baron. It looks like this will be very easily set up for by Cardinal Syndicate. They've got mid lane pressure. They have top lane pressure. They've even got bot lane moving in as Dongo Licker does have the teleport. The Smolder is fully armed. Has been for about 7 minutes now. So will be able to do quite a lot of damage in these fights. Also has completed that Shojin's there. Uh, Imagine if the Black Cleaver was an Infinity Edge.
Yeah, that's
It
what I'm saying, bro.
could be damage. But surely the Black Cleaver here will help our J4 deal more damage. Think about it. We
Yeah.
reduce their armor that then gets destroyed by lethality. That's how that works, right?
Yeah, I mean, my
Right?
Jarvan is building the second steel sigil item, aka Death Stance. We have finished that. We are 4 items as lethality Jarvan at 30 minutes, so good job
This
from
is
Court. I mean, he shut us up. I was like, well, this is fucking worthless. You're not gonna get that. I had your Jarvan into this team, and then he did. So good job, Court. Way to make me look like an idiot.
Yeah, we truly were saying this man will not ball, and
Yeah,
I'm spitting my cereal out seeing this man ball right now.
yeah.
Uh, but otherwise, kind of just posturing here, waiting to try and get an ambush, but Strawberry Noctis are not biting here, so I feel like we're kind of just waiting around for somebody to misplay, somebody to misstep on one side or the other. You can see Prim kind of hovering around there, waiting for a flank angle. This Poppy a little worse for wear this game, going
I,
into the Eclipse into full tank, which I will say, uh, maybe less good than Sundered Sky, but I have seen Eclipse quite frequently on the Poppy, just because it helps your early game out, and the shield is not nothing later in the game. Uh,
yeah, I mean,
Baron's gonna get started.
Court has had this pink ward in his inventory forever that wasn't on Baron. We can see it now. They know they placed an extra blue wards. They see this, but Puppy's so far away. They just burn this for free. They take this and they can get out.
Yeah, Nature's Grass is going to go down just to make sure that they don't have to worry about anybody coming in.
going
But
in.
this Camille, P-Dog, finding an angle for the heroic entrance. It's going to be a huge 4-man knockup. Will they have the damage to follow up? Here comes the Ashe, but the Ashe is already just taken out of danger, or taken out of life existence by Court JJ, getting the slam dunk onto them. And now the lethality J4 picking up a 420 on to P-Dog in the mid lane there. A tripler for lethality Jarvan. The ringer getting called in for Cardinal Syndicate. And they've answered that call.
Yeah, I was about to say, why did we take this random jungler when we had all these other great junglers on our sub list? Apparently this guy's really, really good. I mean, fair play to them. This should be the end of the game, I think. There's still like a long time on these death timers, but like Domination and CJ are back up, so is Prim. So I guess this is just gonna be like one inhib. They're not even gonna get the second. They don't even get the dragon because it hasn't spawned yet. So we're still in this one. I mean, that fight looked really, really good for Strawberry. They had like some big ults connecting there and had a lot of CC layered, but their damage just wasn't there.
Yeah, and I think that's something we talked about in
Yeah.
draft, is that this composition just feels very low damage, and we saw that there. They had the full combo. They had, I think, the best of all possible worlds with that Galio ulti. P-Dog getting a lot of extra time to survive, just throw out auto attacks and abilities, but it just doesn't amount to anything because Ashe was too late to the fight and we didn't have Zyra there either, so any damage just didn't exist. And now Prim will be going down here, only able to send Smolder away to safety before getting taken out there. That's going to be the Infernal Drake on to Cardinal Syndicate, who now have a 10k gold lead. They have accelerated so quickly here past this like 25-minute mark, and they are looking to close this game out in a very lethal way. You can take a look at some of these gold differentials. Man, that mid lane difference, the jungle difference here, both are astronomical in this game. As Court JJ will be taunted up. Mom's gonna get called just to say hello to Jarvan, but that is about it. As this turret will be taken out. Pickle taking quite a lot of damage from the Camille, but I mean, what can you do? The best button in the game was just hit. The Hextech ultimatum was called onto Court JJ, who is just gonna sit on the edge of the hexagon and walk away.
Yeah, so now we just have to walk ourselves down to top lane and go finish our third inhib and get the game pushed in. It's a pretty simple closeout here for Cardinal Sim. We'll have to see if there's any sort of catch or anything like that Strawberry's able to take, but it just feels so hard. Like, I don't know about you, but I've not seen Domination like throw a proactive Ash ult. Have you? I don't think
I
I've
have
seen
not
this.
seen Ashold.
Yeah,
I've
like
been
an
thinking
enchanted
about it.
crystal arrow. Yeah, I've not seen one like at all.
I've not seen the not even like a wonder shot. We've just not
Yeah,
fired it. Are we afraid? What are we
yeah.
afraid of? Mel reflecting it? Is this why we're just not hitting the button? Did we opt out of it? Did we take back to basics like we
Basics.
saw
Yeah.
last week? What is happening? Oh jeez.
Yeah,
Well, maybe
but
we see one.
the kind of the call outs here, we're pushing down to top lane. This is how who could have seen this happening?
Yeah, it's truly unpredictable.
Yeah,
Court JJ also has not had their GA popped. I do want to say that they've
yeah.
managed to hold on to this GJ,
Oh, we
this
pressed
GA.
R.
Well, oh, we did it. We hit a hop. This was a great idea. Cataclysm's going to connect onto two people here. This is just the final desperate grasps of Strawberry Noctis as the Mel hits the R button. My R button is better than yours. You are merely a feeble Freljordian queen, as Mel claims a tripler to close out game one of our series between Cardinal Syndicate and Strawberry Noctis.
Yeah, big win from them coming out there. Uh I'm really hoping these mage bots just get banned out or something for the rest of the series because I hate watching this. Like that's not fun. I don't think Available Cub was like, man, I cannot wait to play Mel this game. Like, look at the damage that these two ADCs did. They weren't in this game.
They got to have a lot of fun. They to be clear, I feel like if I'm Domination and I'm looking at the lethality J4, who's just like
Yeah.
somehow snowballing this game, I'm like, I'm just dead. I'm just no
Yeah.
longer in the game anymore. I'm sorry, y'all. It's it for me. Uh, Cub though, I think is just kind of was certainly along for the ride in this one.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe a bit of a passenger, a bit in the backpack, a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. We all have those games.
Yeah. But Core JJ and DL both definitely like did phenomenal. But like the MVP is clear. It's Court. That guy
Mhm.
freaked on them.
Yeah, the yeah, as it turns out,
Mhm.
calling in an e-sub to save your team. The ringer picked up the phone and he's come in here to slam dunk your entire roster with lethality Jarvan. And I think that that's beautiful. And that's truly what League of Legends is all about. So we'll see what Strawberry Noctis have in store for game two for us if they decide to get rid of those mage bots or accept the evil into their hearts and start playing some mages themselves. So we'll reset for the next draft. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for that. Welcome back, everybody. We are in the draft for game 2 of our series between Cardinal Syndicate and Strawberry Noctis. Looks like Cardinal Sin are staying on the blue side. Strawberry Noctis wanting to keep the red side here for game 2. Saw a big performance out of Cardinal Sin's emergency substitute jungler here in game 1. Court JJ putting on a clinic as that J4. Well, Strawberry Noctis looked a little rough in on their more defensive composition that had a triple flex that maybe flexed a little too hard. For right now, though, we're going to see what our teams are going to do to adapt here. Will we see more mages bot? Will we see more strange flex picks? Will we see Nunu? These are many questions we have to ask.
We saw him last week, right?
We did see him last week, yes.
But
it was very funny.
The bans have already changed from Cardinal Sin. They changed their round 1 bans. They banned Ari and Rakan in the previous game. And Strawberry are getting rid of safe, quote-unquote, ADCs. Seraphine is an ADC. Don't let that anything else fool you. She has only played as an APC. The Ari has been left up, and this is going to get taken. Last game we saw Akali get flexed to top lane. I can't imagine we're playing ADC Ari or something like that. I'm pretty sure Riot shot that build and like they old yeller that. So that's not going to happen. So I'm guessing this is going to be mid for Mr. Donglicker himself.
Yeah, so the one, the only Dongo Licker in the mid lane for Cardinal Syndicate. We see the Syndra in response here. Could be the mid laner, but also could be an AP carry that we send bot lane if this is something that Strawberry Noctis want to play in bot lane. So this could be a flex. It all depends on how they feel about that lane as the draft develops, I suppose. Otherwise,
just take a jungler here. Lee Sin. Ooh,
that is a jungler. That's a jungler right there if I've ever seen one.
I mean, at MSI, he's like he's the priority jungler. Like if you're good at Lee Sin, he is in a really, really good spot right now in the meta. And if you're bad at Lee Sin, you don't play him. So this is obviously just a fantastic pick for Strawberry. I can't foresee this going wrong at all.
Yeah, how about Vi? Vi in response here, a good champion to pair with the Ari mid, just very safe. Kill your opponent mid jungle duo. Maybe not super thrilled about Vi outside of the earlier stages of the game personally. I think is not the most versatile champion. Kind of does one thing, but it does it pretty well. So that's not nothing. The Varus. Okay. Yeah. The Varus will be picked up here to close out round 1. It's an interesting choice. Doesn't really reveal a whole lot, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Varus has always been a flex pick, basically. His best lane is normally top lane, but no one likes to play him there because that means you're evil and you're going to hell. So hopefully this is bot lane Varus. Is worth mentioning, of course, Varus always has lots of options. You can go lethality, play that poke style, be that mage, don't have to auto attack people if the enemy team has lots of things that make it very hard to, or you can play the really fun like on hit Varus and build all those things. Into Syndra Lee Sin, I don't think you really want to play on hit Varus very much, but lethality Varus probably also not the greatest into either of those because they both also have a lot of range. Sivir going to be the matchup into the Varus here. Pretty good just because you can like block the ult with your spell shield. You have the push to kind of match him early. You could toss boomerang blades when he throws that Q at you. I'm sorry, did I just see a Tom Kench get banned?
Yep. We don't want him.
I guess we're going all in. We're going all in as Cardinal Sin. Like what?
What did they know that we don't? That's the question I always ask.
Yeah, this is like, are we picking like the ultimate, like, I'm going to kill you buttons, like, later in our draft? Like, should Strawberry be drafting Janna or Yumi or something? Or why did we ban Braum? What?
Oh, well, Braum is the best champion in the format, as we all know. Uh, in the format, every format, it's always Braum. But the Renekton is another ban here.
I'm
This is
so
definite.
confused.
They know
I,
something we don't. They
okay,
know something
Renekton
about
at
P
least I
Dog.
respect. That's like a good blind pick that Strawberry could have taken right now and like kept things like kind of up in the air of like how they're like forming the game out. It's really good with Lee Sin. So like I respect that ban from the side of Syndicate. It's also something P Dog's like pretty good at. They're just gonna take their support. They go for the Leona. Okay, so do you just take like something here that just stops Leona? Like, do you take Thresh here? Like, kind of the classic answer of like reposition your immobile kind of hypercarry and Varus, and you can lean into the on hit build.
Mm-hmm.
Ambessa
And
is our top
Bessa,
laner. That's
okay,
probably
I
also
like it.
good.
I like it. Certainly is kill your opponent coded.
Yep.
Uh, I would agree. I think the Thresh, Thresh has a good stuff in this composition. Maybe not the best champion you've ever seen in your entire life, but I do like Thresh. Um, I just don't think we're gonna see it picked just because a lot of people don't play that champion anymore. Uh, has not really been. Oh,
A
okay. Never
loser, they
mind.
picked it.
I stand corrected.
Okay, so
That
now
is in
what
fact the
is
Thresh.
Strawberry needs to round out their comps? They have kind of pick. They need basically a tank lane, tank top laner who can lane into Ambessa. That's where I'm at.
That's
That's
nobody.
yeah.
That's nobody.
I
We're inventing a champion that's not real right now.
now I like Malphite into her. Shen.
Ah, bleh. I don't like Shen.
I don't like
Maybe it's
Shen
just
into Ambessa very much either.
ugh. And maybe part of that is I feel like every Shen I've seen recently has been just so bad that it
Yeah, I was
makes
about
me
to say
just disgusted to see this
we have not
champion.
we have not seen someone who is subscribed to XP2 playing Shen on stream in a while. The Shens we have been seeing on stream have definitely been like, yeah, that's me playing Shen, like out there on the Rift. Like, I'm not that good at this champion. I really like playing Shen, but I'm not like, oh, I know the 3-hit procs that you could do with Q to get like the double procs and stuff and like all that stuff. Like, so I don't know about this. And it's like, it's pretty hard into Ambessa because she's so mobile, right? It's not like you get like easy Shadow Dash taunts onto her. You don't get like a whole bunch of value out of like the Twilight, whatever his W is called, where you like put down the circle of you can't hit me type thing. Like, Ambessa just kind of throws spells randomly at you. Like, she doesn't commit, which is why I find her so like infuriating to play against because she just kind of pokes at you until she all-ins you randomly, right? So I don't really know what you do as Shen in this. Like, I don't think you like can like stick on top of her to like utilize the Qs and those to like kill her. I don't know if you can like dash on her all that much. I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't. Um, I'll have to see. As far as like Strawberry's overall team comp, it's kind of a mess. We have picked 3 champions that want to go in super ridiculously hard, and then we randomly like, and we have Sivir to like buff them up and make their job easier. And like, Sin doesn't really have a dive target, right? Your dive target is Varus, who has a Thresh backing him up. Like, I don't know if that's like the most valuable person to be like Lee Sin trying to get onto and like Syndra blowing up. So I don't really like what Strawberry has. I think Sin's comp just kind of makes sense. You just kill somebody, right? You kill them really, really dead before the fight starts. They're just playing a like pick comp. You press Y button on somebody, you press the Unstoppable Onslaught, or the whatever, the police brutality or whatever alt is called, the Unstoppable Force. It's one of those, I can't remember right now. And then you just like Ari charm them and you Ambessa ult them and you get Thresh hooked. Like, that person just doesn't get to move and they die. There's no CC break. We aren't playing ARAM Mayhem, unfortunately. So yeah, I think Sin just has a better comp again. I don't think there's like any like glaring weaknesses in terms of like, oh, this lane is like super far ahead, because I feel like that's a lot of the time what you can look at towards our like lower level leagues is like, oh, the lane matchups matter a lot more because individual mistakes get made a lot more. Um, there's like some wins. Syndra is good into Ahri in the lane, but like you have Lee Sin Syndra, like your 2v2 isn't like really, really good. There's no like clear follow up. It's not like Lee Sin auto gets to hit Qs after Syndra E's. Like Syndra E probably isn't going to hit randomly onto Ahri or onto Vi, right? They both have ways to dodge it, gaining movement speed and stuff. So I'm on Syndicate's side again. I think their comp makes more sense. Um, as far as what Strawberry has, it's like I feel like it kind of ties together, but I don't see the 500 CS win conditions ever happening. It's a myth, guys. She's never gonna eviscerate your bloodline with 1W. It's not gonna happen.
Is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Is not gonna happen. Yeah, I would kind of agree with that. I feel like it's just the Strawberry Noctis comp just feels like we've picked some champions that play well together, but we just don't have a fully cohesive identity to what we're doing. Whereas Cardinal Sin have assembled the composition that is going to kill you, and also has kind of a more better ideas going into the later stages of the game. So we're gonna throw it to a quick break as we get set up for the game. We'll see you in a couple of minutes after the spectator delay in on the Rift. Welcome back, everybody. We are here in on the riff for game 2 of our series between Cardinal Syndicate and Strawberry Noctis. Sides are the same. Cardinal Sin on blue, Strawberry Noctis on red side. I am still Becky with Storm. And no shenanigans in this game. Everybody is going to the places where they're supposed to be. The shenanigans will surely happen after we get into the lanes, however. I would imagine we see a bit more action early on. I feel like these teams are going to be looking for with the champions they have.
Yeah, I'm pleased to pronounce that P-Dog knows where you're supposed to have your sword at level 1 and actually has it in the correct response. Maybe we are an XP2 subscriber. Maybe P-Dog will be our Shen player.
This is a good sign. Yes.
Yeah.
You do want to pull it through your opponent. It does a lot
Yeah.
of damage if that happens.
But anyway, bot lane, A-Hop taking this bush coverage already and just kind of utilizing the thresh range. Spuds took Q at level 1. Okay. Kind of interesting. Doesn't really do much other than like letting you kill wards.
Yeah. It's certainly kind of a, an interesting choice. You kind of have to choose, between Zenith Blade or that point and click stun on your Q. In this case, I don't know if Zenith Blade would have made a huge difference there. Could have tried to fight there, as we are going to get the pull through, but not a whole lot of extra damage elsewhere onto Pickle. But P-Dog is at least, like, trying to fight this one out. Looking to make the Ambessa sweat a little bit up here. But who's not sweating right now is this Varus, who has had a very, very easy start to the game. Getting that...
CS for domination, bro.
Yeah, it's very, very scary if you're Sivir right now. You're kind of just hoping for that wave to crash and hoping you can actually, like, do something with it, because otherwise, whoo-wee. Something interesting here. We've seen a lot of Shens go Ignite. You see that a lot, especially since TP is free on these top laners. P-Dog has actually opted for the regular teleport as opposed to the Ignite in this one. Not sure necessarily what kind of difference that'll make, but it certainly makes it less likely that Shen is able to kill the Ambessa here, and instead we're just kind of trying to negate the Ambessa in this top lane.
Yeah, I feel like you're right here. P-Dog obviously isn't playing that far aggressively, so hopefully we're not going to see like the really aggressive Shen build come out that we see a lot of the time. What I'm talking about when it's Titanic Hydra Desktop. But hold on, there's a hook.
Ooh. We have a hook on to Domination here, who's going to be taking quite a lot of damage. Spell shielding, nothing. Maybe spell shielding a little late there. Maybe spell shielded that shield, or spell shielded the arrow there. In either case, did have to blow the flash. The cleanse was used by Conveyable Cub. Sivir forced a recall here, walking back the lane with the Cole. So at least we have the gold for the Cole. It's not, like, good, but it could be worse. Prim gonna be looking for some action, though.
Wow,
Flash
we
gonna
got
get
a
used by
flash
Conveyable
there?
Cub. Prim gonna connect the slow, but the Thresh here getting a lot done. A-Hop putting in some work, does still have the flash, maybe holding it a little too long, though, but Spuds goes on the ride of a lifetime there with the Zenith Blade pulled under tower by A-Hop's flash. That will be a huge punish for Syndicate.
Yeah, I can't believe Prim got, like, what to me seemed like so much. He got the flash out of that Varus. I was like, man, he doesn't need to burn this. And then A-Hop, I was like, oh, they're just going to turn onto this guy and they're going to kill him. And they're like, and then we waited so long for that second Zenith Blade to come out to be there. And when Spuds actually threw it out, we took him for the ride under the tower. Great job there from A-Hop. They saved that gank like 100%. I feel like that was such an easy kill there for Prim, and they played that super well. Oh, our caster.
No.
Why would our producer curse us this way? They were like, wow, I can't believe we haven't had a pause.
Wow, this is
Wow.
great.
Yeah.
Wow. Just throwing it to caster cam immediately
Yeah.
so we can't escape.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's wait, hold up. Okay,
we're back
it was
in.
a small pause. It was a small pause. We're gonna get to see. Okay, this is our frame here. Pick your favorite part of it.
Yeah.
I liked the dead melee minion.
Yeah.
above
Which
the
one? The blue
scoreboard.
one or the red one?
The red one above the
Yeah.
scoreboard. Kind of just like, how did you get there, little bro? What happened?
Yeah.
That's a melee minion with ambition, I think.
Yeah, he wanted to be a cannon minion driver, but they went, there's too many of them. You're not part
Mm.
of the union yet. You gotta put your time in. Anyway, shout out to that one random fan fiction I read like 10 years ago that talked about that and people wanted to be super minion drivers. Prim just left a small raptor. Hmm. I guess we don't need
Huh.
all of our money.
Yeah. What do you do? You want gold? That's not
Yeah,
important.
that's not
I don't think
important.
that that's necessary personally.
Yeah.
Uh, I like you talked about the super minion drivers. It's like, oh, I
Yeah.
remember this. It's
Oh,
just like a century ago. I was there.
oh really? You also read this random web fiction. Okay,
Yeah, I
nice.
also saw this. Oh, what
Uh,
are the odds? Or maybe it was just like a similar idea that was
yeah.
inspired by that. In any
Anyway,
case,
we've built two long swords and a ruby crystal. I don't know why we've built a ruby crystal if we built two long swords. Generally, you want to finish your team at because you need that as Shen. You need a wave clear item. That's the reason you generally bought Titanic Cosm.
yep,
We're getting some decent trades in here, but best of now is access to her R button, which means she just gets free Omnivamp because Riot hates you.
yep. Riot hates you specifically, the
Yeah,
player.
that's why they screw with your MMR and have put you in ELO hell.
Yes, this is true. Riot has
Yeah.
given you teammates who are on a losing streak, on tilt, just to make sure that you suffer. I'm talking to you there in the audience listening to this. You may not think I see you, but I do. Uh, in any case, yeah. The TM Shen really does need a wave clear item. The Ruby Crystal theoretically eventually builds into that
Oh,
Tiamat, but
Rip.
or not the Tiamat, the Titanic. As we do have a lockdown here. Prim going to be taking a lot of damage, going to
Goodbye.
get caught by that hook, and here comes the return fire as Conveyable Cub gets a huge tripler off those chains of corruption. Prim set that one up perfectly for the enemy team to secure.
Man, it looks like an actual ADC is going to be a difference maker in this game. Avaris is 4-0 and has a 300 gold shutdown, so
That's not good.
that seems like a pretty clear target of who we want to try and kill. Maybe a Strawberry Noctis. It's worth mentioning this is on hit Varus. We do have the lethality. The lethal tempo as our rune choice here. We're building towards what looks like the static shiv. There we go. That's been completed, and Sivir is sitting on a longsword and a cull.
Yep.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, the Sivir is no longer in the game. We are waiting for the about 350 CS until we see Sivir again. So
Yeah.
Stay tuned, everyone. As we do have Dawn Licker looking to try and get a pickup here, will be forced away by the gameplay button. Unleashed will send Dongo Licker licking their wounds back at base. But no flash is blown on either side, so overall pretty okay. Never mind. We decided to stay to greed for this minion wave, and we'll not die as a result because we actually had an incredible force of will there to push Court JJ back. So was a little bit greedy from Soul of Ghost, but was still at least able to survive.
Yeah. We knew that Assault and Battery, the Vi ult was down. Court JJ did use that bot lane onto Prim. I believe it was to get that kill for themselves, or sorry, for Conveyable Cub. So, nothing really expended there in the mid lane either, but Sidra able to get away is pretty big. I feel like Solo Ghost is probably going to be the hero for this Strawberry team this game. If someone is old at Hook Lands, that forces the cleanse. Use the chains.
Oh yeah, that is suffering is what is being experienced right here by Domination in the bot lane. 30 CS down, no real way to contest this, and we are fighting into the static shivved up Conveyable Cub. At the very least, we are Sivir, so we can clear out these waves while sitting under turret. But the problem is we are sitting under turret for the rest of the game, at least for the rest of laning phase. So we're gonna need some backup, although I feel like it's a waste of time.
Prim.
That is a huge, huge move right there is, okay, Dongo Liquor flashing over to that one, hitting the Arcane Orb on that way back. The Orb of Deception. Picking up that one. And now we have a hook onto Spuds, just getting a little bit of damage, but a good setup there from the side of Cardinal Syndicate to eventually pick up Prim.
I'm sorry, but that's Prim just being disrespectful or somebody not calling something out. They knew he was there. DL killed that ward that was down there, and you know that when you hit wards or when you kill them, it gives vision around the area. So they saw both Court and DL there. Here's a Vault Breaker.
Yeah, Vault Breaker smashing Soul of Ghost here, the Arcane Rush. We'll just pick that one up there, Spirit Rush. Everything's Arcane. Arcane Bat Chest. But that is now CJ Spuds looking for something on the conveyable Cub here, but I don't know why we're even thinking about fighting. Our Sivir is homeless, and we will be dying as a result. Prim finally arrives. But Lee Sin doesn't have really much of a home for himself either. We will get the shutdown, but it's a shutdown on Lee Sin, and we still die for it. As that is going to be finally a kill picked up for Strawberry, but it is perhaps not the one you're looking for. Or at least on the gamer you're looking for.
What do you mean? Our Lee Sin is obviously going to turn this game around. 0-3 to like 6-3. It's coming. Lethality item on lock. Just you wait. There's going to be the kick scene around the world coming for Prim here, for sure.
Yeah. As we know, Lee Sin, this is a champion you either already know or you learn over the course of a 40-minute game. So it looks like we're going to see the second option here. So Strawberry Noctis really need to delay this one so Prim can learn the champion as we go. We have a huge lockdown on the Pickles here. The public execution will be used as an escape tool as Dongo Liquor gets a big pickup onto the mid lane here. Now Prim is also going to not die, but have to feel real bad about it here in the mid lane. We're going to see that engage there. It's just going to be an assault and battery into full lockdown. This is what the REVI champions do together, is they kill you to death.
Yeah, not a lot of outplay from getting clicked on by Court JJ just pressing R button on you. We can see Solo Ghost probably even use Flash down there to try to get themselves under tower to save themselves, but still just die. RE Charm the lands after the Assault and Battery. You can see the mid lane quest now finished here for DL. They've finished their Blackfire Torch as well, so the Dong Liquor just going to start getting bigger and bigger as this game goes on. I don't think this one's going very late. I think this one might be a stomp for Sin here. This is looking pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's feeling a little brutal. The last game we saw had some close elements to it, but okay, this one's going to be a great taunt coming in from P-Dog there. Great usage of the flash. We'll pick that one up. So we got something in top lane, but I feel like the Ambessa here is just kind of like window set dressing here. It's a crate we have on stage to establish ambiance, as the rest of the team is doing all of the work in this one. Cardinal Sin picking up their second Drake of the game here since Prim committed to that top side play. A-Hop looking for a hook, and we walked right into it, everyone. Is going to try and play this one out. We do have the Shen here. Is going to be looking for a taunt. Goes wide. The Spirit Rush not going to be able to do enough damage here as A-Hop will not drop. Oh, man. Prim wasn't able to get one more kick in on that one. They're kicking themselves after that
fist bump
play.
was waiting. They left the fist bump as well. It's all going downhill.
Ah, nuts. Aw, man. Ah, beans.
Yeah. You can see Cub here as well down here is pretty comfortable against Domination and Spuds. They used both their ults there, and all it got was Varus's cleanse. Like he didn't even ult back.
just doesn't even respect it. Doesn't even need it.
Yeah.
It's looking not good. It's looking pretty dire right now. About a little over 4K. Yeah, a little over 4K, or around 4K for Cardinal Syndicate. So I mean, not, you would say that's not a colossal lead, but this is 14 minutes into the game, so it is certainly a back-breaking lead. And it's going to come down to what can Strawberry Noctis do to try and turn this one back around, aside from waiting until Sivir and Syndra have items. Because right now, both of these champions are in a bit of a hole that they are not going to be able to easily dig themselves out of. I mean, Syndra doesn't even have first item yet. It's dire.
Yeah. We can also see it's like P-Dog maybe can do something. He's winning this top lane matchup now that he has his Titanic done. He's just playing really aggressively. You know, Prim has put some time towards top lane, but like it's 3 minutes till the third dragon of the game spawns. There's already the first two over, and this isn't your jungle anymore, Spuds.
Yeah, good night. Court JJ picking up another one there. 1-0-8 on the Vi here. Again, a great performance from the emergency substitute jungler for Cardinal Syndicate.
Well,
Maybe should have taken those bans.
Pickle,
Maybe should have taken away those bans, Strawberry Noctis, is all I'm going to say. In any case, Pickle is going to be killed here. Prim getting another one, but that is, again, we're beating down the crate that is here inside of the stage. As it looks like Court JJ and the Ari are going to be looking to finish this one out. Dongo Liquor will be picking up one in response. P-Dog having to participate with other players up in top lane and will die as a result. That is going to be Varus ulting here, and that is going to be a dead Soul of Ghosts. The chains of corruption obliterate that gamer, and now Prim is going to be obliterated themselves by Court JJ. Nowhere is safe on the Rift right now. That gold lead is continuing to balloon for Syndicate.
Yeah, you can just see it's everywhere. It's not just at ADC, right? It's not just where our ADC has like a 3k individual gold lead. That's not that bad. You know, you think, oh, we just have to shut down one person. Then you look, oh, in jungle, we're also down like 500 gold despite my Lee Sin getting all of our team's kills and all this shutdown money. And then you go, oh, my mid laner is also down like 2,500 gold. And you just kind of go, oh, P-Dog is playing me in top lane right now. This is the, oh, I have cute top lane and I'm winning my matchup, guys. Don't worry. I'm up like 30 CS, and you're like, oh, how's it going? And I've gotten kills and stuff. Here's the shut ult, speaking of P-Dog.
Yeah, P-Dog going to be looking for a taunt here. Will not connect, but that's going to be other CC landing in. The public execution to buy some time, but will not buy their life out of this one. P-Dog picking up one for themselves.
Pickle is
unfortunate.
Top diff in all chat as we speak, by the way. Yep. I guarantee it.
I won their lane. What's going on?
Yeah.
What happened? Team? Team, hello? Team?
Yeah.
Question?
Well, yeah. Passenger Princess is Pickle currently. We have queued the Spotify playlist. We are making sure the vibes are immaculate right now.
Mm-hmm. We are listening to white girl music for the boys right now.
Yeah.
In on top lane. We're feeling California girls. It's going good.
Yeah. There's the Wii Music Shop remix is queued up next. Everything is just turning up for Syndicate right now.
Yes, it's that's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is that this game still has to be concluded. Syndicate do still have to win the game from this situation. We have the Lich Bane will be the second item for Dongo Liquor on the Ari here. I always liked Lich Bane on the Ari. I think it's a fun item that plays well with how the Ari champion maneuvers fights. It's maybe not a great item for what you want to do on the Ari champion, but I always like it. I think it's fun, if nothing else.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like you kind of want Chovy belt on this champion. They're like one of the few champions I think you actually want the Hextech Proto belt on to be able to, like, you know, reposition those Qs and everything, because that's kind of what Ari does. That's why you use your ult. You know, if you can buy an item that does that, it seems good to me. Thankfully, it is a Chemtech drink, so like the soul doesn't really matter or do anything, but at the same time, it sucks because it's a Chemtech Drake, because that means there's the enhanced Scryer Blooms, which means you just never get to have vision in your jungle, ever. And
Nope.
there's these enhanced blast cones, which means you can just die randomly from your jungle whenever.
Yep, and that could be from somebody jumping onto you or you getting sent to your opponent. I've
Yeah.
seen both. Conveyable Cub will get tagged by the edge of a solar flare there, but only going to be able to get slowed by that as the Lantern brings them to safety. An attempt made by Spuds there, but, you know, an attempt is only so much. They really need to find success rather than merely the imaginations of success. As no objectives have been picked up by Strawberry Noctis this game. Not a single neutral thing has gone well for this team. No turrets have dropped. No stray objectives have been found around the map. As looks like you have P-Dog looking for Pickle once again.
Oh,
Pickle is fine. Pickle
oh,
will
we
survive.
flashed into an ult.
Yeah, P-Dog will get caught by the Chains of Corruption here. Domination popping on the hunt, getting some movement speed, able to avoid the hook. Ooh, a flash by Conveyable Cub will keep them safe. Force of will end Court JJ's life alongside Lee Sin. That's a good shutdown here. A great play will stop the Zenith Blade, but unfortunately not fast enough to avoid the rest of the team. And Strawberry Noctis find the punish they've been waiting for this entire game, getting 3 for themselves.
Yeah, and they got some major shutdowns. They're also going to get this huge bounty of shame. They're going to get all these plates. I hope they're able to get this before bounties update in like 30 seconds, because that would be an extra 500 gold for them, which would get this power, like this gold lead, really down. But no one's around for this. They're just going to get a couple of plates on the domination. I mean, they got 2.3k to spend as an ADC. You got 2k to spend on Prim as well. Those are some pretty big numbers. Have to see if it does anything. There's 3 minutes till the soul of Syndicate spawns. Baron is also up on the map, so Syndicate doesn't even really have to fight for this dragon. They can just go, yeah, whatever, you guys can have a random Drake and we'll go over to Baron. But I feel like Baron's kind of the pressure point for the next kind of 2 or 3 minutes on the map. It is the real objective that is on there, so imagine that's where we're going to see most of this vision towards. We do see Ahop already putting that pink ward down directly on it. DL looking to see if they can find Spuds here. Charm lands.
Yeah, Charm lands. That's going to be a kill on the Spuds. Almost certainly. Yep. Yeah, good night. Unfortunate there. That might set up. We do have the on hit Varus, so theoretically we can take this Baron pretty easily if we decide to actually commit to it. But Lee Sin is a champion that is hard to that can always flip. He is a master in the kitchen, a superior fry cook in many of these situations, but vision is good for Syndicate, so they know that Lee Sin's around. And I think that with that vision, you know, Pickle is also here. Prim would be foolish to go any further, and they're not even going to be able to make an attempt. A good zone by the Pickle will secure the Baron for Syndicate, and that is going to be huge for them, as we do have a neutral objective claimed. 1 turret has been secured by Strawberry Noctis. It is not a perfect game, at least neutral objective-wise, for the side of Syndicate. So they do lose a turret, but with the Baron here, they're going to be able to fire back probably pretty significantly once they get back out on the map.
Yeah, I can see they're kind of splitting up in this 4-1 here. We have Dongo just in the bot lane as the Ari making sure to push in. They still have a minute before this dragon spawns. They don't really need to be here. They're just trying to make sure there aren't any like big flank wards so that P-Dog can't come in on some sort of crazy angle or try and limit as well. They need to find Prim. They do spot him out, so now they know that they can kind of advance forward. So Cub is going to look for something, but there's Prim getting hooked.
Yeah, Prim's gonna get hooked. We have a Force of Will connecting onto Dongo Liquor, but there's nobody to follow up, as that's gonna be a first kill on to Soul of Ghost. That's 1 carry down. P-Dog getting caught out next, and it's just gonna be knocking these dominoes down one by one as Strawberry Noctis loses their front line, loses one of their carries, and now they have
Another
another
hook from
one
A-Hop.
on the mark here as a sly hook from Ahop will connect onto Domination. Public Execution allows the gap to be closed as, oh my goodness gracious, that was an Ari auto attack from the Lich Bane, baby! A
Yeah.
huge blast right there, and it is looking like what you'd expect to see from this team. They've had the lead the whole game. They've not let their foot off of the gas pedal, and they are looking to try and close it out. Will Strawberry Noctis be able to stop them? Conveyable Cub will drop. Hook is going to go out. Shields are going to go down. Dongo Liquor will stay alive, though, as another turret drops. The Nexus is exposed, but nobody able to go further than that. So that will be a reset here off of the Barons and a successful push, not a lethal one, from Syndicate.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they've basically set themselves up to win the game now, right? You can claim your Dragon Soul on the way out here. No one can stop you from the side of Sin. Port is still alive. He's here with the Smite. Can see, Prim is even in the top side, clearing his top side camps. These are like the first top side camps I feel like this guy's gotten in a while. And Varus is building towards Jack Show. So it's not like you even have like an easy target to kill there anymore. He's just going to continue to get tankier and tankier because he already has enough damage. We've secured our Chemtech Soul to give us those extra resistances when we're low as well. And now it's just the case of like, how do we close this game out now as Syndicate cleanly? Are we able to get any sort of pick? Is Strawberry able to do something? I mean, they still have certain tools, like you have really great flanks from Prim, right? Can get that submarine ult as well with the Shen kind of coming in after with these flank opportunities to see if maybe we can kick someone into a Shen taunt or something like that. But I have to see. Cub is going to get chunked here.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice chunk, although we are going to be building the yeah, I think you said the Jack Show is
Yeah.
in the works here. That is the classic fourth item for these on-hit builds. It's a very funny piece of tech that these on-hit builds are able to do. I always like to see it when it comes into play, just because I think it's an interesting little thing that this specific build is able to do for carries. Still not a full tank, of course, but will be pretty hard to kill. Although, did not get the Jack Show on that recall here, just resetting for some HP. 90 seconds of the Baron. We may have to wait for that to get the push in here if we are on Syndicate, which is maybe a little bit slower than you would expect to see considering how well Syndicate has navigated this game. But I guess they are trying to push into Sivir, who is dead. Good night. We're just out here, just chilling. Out here.
You wouldn't understand. It's just an ADC thing. You have to kill minions. They're the most important thing.
Well, we do need the 400 CS is the win condition for the Sivir. So, you know, 150 more, and we'll get there. We'll get there.
Right.
However, in reality, we are going to see some damage going down onto Pickle, who's just taken some punishment from Soul of Ghost. Waiting for these minions to get up here. The turrets have respawned, so they will need to be taken out as a hook will land on to Soul of Ghost. Ahop is a machine this game with these hooks. It's going to be 2. Picked up, going to be 3. Will be the game going over to Syndicate. A dominant performance from this team.
Yeah, Freljord division putting in work, showing off. You know, a lot of people really were hyped up about the Shreya division that they went, this Strawberry team that's the 3rd seed in the Shreya division probably would be a top seed anywhere else. They kind of looked like it coming in from this last week, and they are not making that case today at all. They are getting stopped. I think it's fair to say this game was not close. Basically, from like 5 minutes in, it was like, oh, Sin won. After that triple kill, it was pretty much like, oh, this one's over. Conveyable Cub's just going to be way too far ahead. Like, DL went 10-0-9. Court
Mm-hmm.
JJ is 4-1-13. Like like if you just ignore Pickle and just go whatever, maybe that guy was 0-0-0 or something. Like all of the all the resources were thrown into an Ambessa that didn't matter at all, right? So I don't know what Strawberry does to like go back to the drawing board. Like this team to me was always all about like domination, playing stuff like Aphelios and things like that, and being like the 1v9 carry them all type player. Maybe they
Mm-hmm.
just go towards that and they try and ban out as many like mages as possible and say, you guys are forced to play a true honest game. But to me, this is a pretty true honest game. There's like it's Varus Ari Vi, right? Like there's not exactly like a lot of like, oh, they're doing something cheesy or something we don't like. But it's like you can't play a hyper carry if the enemy team is a draft like this, right? They have all
Mm-hmm.
the dive tools in the world. So like I understand why Sivir came through, but it's not looking like it. We're gonna have to see. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, and I will say, for me at least, I mean, obviously, Conveyable Cub and Dongo Liquor both performing very well on these carries, but man, A-Hop's Thresh was very good that game.
Oh, it
So
was
many crazy hooks, crazy saves. We saw shields come out. Good usage of the locket in this game. Just incredibly well done performance. It's why you pick Thresh, right?
yeah.
This is the kind of game that makes you want to keep picking Thresh, where you become superhuman, because Thresh can do everything if you decide to make it happen. In any case, though, we're going to quickly reset as we get into our Game 3 draft. We'll be back in just a couple of moments or minutes, whatever comes first. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here in the draft for Game 3 of our series between Cardinal Syndicate and Strawberry Noctis. Strawberry Noctis committing to the red side this game, not looking to change things up, as Cardinal Sin going to be on the blue side once again. We saw a very dominant performance coming in from Cardinal Sin, an early triple kill on to an 80 carry converts into inevitable victory. And now it's up to the players on Strawberry Noctis to come back here and maybe play to that 1v9 domination 80 carry that they've been so successful with the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'll have to see. I mean, they've also had some monsters mid performances as well in the past, as from Soul of Ghost, who's been popping off on like assassins and things like that. I don't really know what Strawberry's going to do this game. They have lots of options available to them. Maybe they look for something crazy and wild somewhere else as well. You can always, look for the last picks in the top lane that really break teams' backs. Maybe we just randomly throw the game off of some random pick. Maybe we go for an early invade off of something crazy. But I feel like you got to change the focus, change the momentum, get something going. There's a lot of things available that I think in this series that are still pretty high priority in terms of like actual like picks and things like that. Like champions that you like are kind of shocked. Like Seraphine has been banned a lot, but we haven't seen that at all. The Senna is still available, who I feel like as a support is like crazy high like value. I don't think she's any good as an ADC because of the soul drop rate, but as a support specifically, I think she's really broken. There's all the mages like that are still in that can go bot lane. Um, as far as like jungle Nasus is something we've seen like in MSI like actually popping off. It's not just like some random solo queue cheese pick. Like if the enemy team doesn't just get to free invade you, like if your lanes can stand up, that is like a crazy win condition that you're able to take a lot of games. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, they're not quite ready for draft, both of these teams. Make sure to take their time, really do some scouting, get ready for this. Don't blame them at all here. But what are you hoping to see here, Becky? Is it the Udyr?
No.
No?
I never want
Okay.
to see that champion. I would like the team that wants to lose will pick Udyr. That
Okay.
champion is no good. I'm sorry. I hate to say it every time. Champion is bad. It doesn't do anything. It loses. Is not good. Riot doesn't want you to play Udyr, and that's okay. You know, but I would say I think that I would like Strawberry Noctis to consider stuff like the Aphelios or some of these other hyper carries to try and play around one of their players who has consistently been performing well. It's going to come down to then, well, what do we ban away? What do we focus in drafts? Are we even capable of making this happen?
Yeah.
I also think that maybe we think a little bit more about our jungle matchup because Court JJ has been absolutely running circles around Prim in this series. The Ringer has performed admirably for Syndicate, so I think maybe we think a little bit more about what our jungle matchup looks like and how can we try and help Prim get more advantages, or if nothing else, just suffer less in this game. But I don't know.
Will just throw it out there. Kog'Maw's available. If you're looking for the 1v9 hyper machine, Kog'Maw, Poggers, raise your Coggers, baby. I love that champion. Please, someone play it. Just ban like 3 mages, and I'm surely he will get to play. Just ban like Seraphine play and Lux.
Ezreal's almost a mage.
Yeah, sure.
He's a mage if you think about it.
I just feel like Ezreal's just a wasted ban. Like I'm gonna be real with you.
Ezreal's
like,
a bad champion.
Yeah, like straight up, we're not in Masters here, guys. Ezreal's not good.
If you are not in Master Division,
yeah,
you cannot play this champion. I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry to break it to all you gold people out there, but it's like the Azir effect. He just does less damage if you're not in Masters.
Look, I like playing Ezreal. He's a fun champion to play.
Yeah.
You throw a lot of skill shots. It's very satisfying. He does less damage if you're below Emerald. I'm sorry. If you're Emerald or below. You just can't play the champion. It's something that Riot patched in, unfortunately. But maybe this is another situation where they know something we don't. We don't want to see Caitlyn. I'm thinking that Strawberry Noctis might not be going for the 1v9 hyper carry strategy. Or maybe they just don't believe in Cardinal Syndicate picking one of those mages bot, which
They
both
picked
could
a
be
mage bot.
possible.
That Victor is
Oh,
like one of the best mage bots.
oh, that's not good, is it?
Yeah.
That's not good. Oh
I
no.
don't want to like raid on the parade, Becky, but like I'm pretty sure Victor's like the number 3 rated like ADC, quote unquote, when you filter by sets. Hey, we picked Senna. That's a good
That's gonna be
champion.
support, right?
I
Set of
hope
support,
so.
right?
I really hope it's not ADC Senna, because that shit is not good.
It is no good.
Yeah.
It is consistently like, they try not to let it be good, and in this situation it is still
But
not
it's
good.
it's basically the balancing act. If support Senna is good, it means ADC Senna is bad. If ADC Senna is good, support Senna is terrible. Oh, Talia, there's another actual good champion.
Okay, okay.
Talia's good into Victor as well because he's immobile, so you get to shove him a lot, and like you can set up for like the kills really easily. I don't know if
I
this is going
actually
in jungle or mid or
Talia Senna might not be the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Senna root does set up for Talia's shove, so
yeah.
it's not
Okay.
nothing. It feels like nothing right now as I say it out loud, but
Yeah.
it's not nothing.
Oh, it's
Yunara. Okay, so Victor is mid lane. All right, okay. Unless this is solo lane Yunara, which I think is not real.
yeah. That
Uh,
sounds fake. Yeah.
it seems fake to me. So yeah, it looks like the Victor will be going mid here, and the Yunara. I mean, the looks like Syndicate want to do the hyper carrying this game. They've got the Lulu as well. Yunara is armed and ready.
Okay, so you can take the frog or something. You know, the classic Senna Tahm Kench bot lane of like ADC Tahm Kench or whatever, or you could go for like you're saying, some sort of mage like this Talia. What are the other like support champions that Talia plays with when she is a support? I couldn't tell you. Rel. Oh, it's ADC Senna. Okay, good.
Oh no!
Good. That's what we wanted. Nice.
No!
Yay! I'm so happy, Becky. Whoopee!
And congrats to Cardinal Syndicate for the 3-0.
Yeah.
Fantastic work, everyone. Yeah, that's bad. That was not a good choice. Maybe they think Rel can still jungle. That's the.
Yeah. Bro,
Oh.
do you remember that? That was the stupidest thing Riot has ever done. Everyone hated playing it, and it was so OP.
What do you mean?
Ruined pro play.
Who is everyone? I loved playing Rel jungle.
Okay.
Believe it, the Unir Maokai guy loved to play Rel jungle. You didn't have to
Okay.
have mechanics. You just walked at people. It was awesome.
You pressed Q on camps, and it for some reason had like a 180% damage modifier, and you outsmoke like everyone.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
I had like my jungler when I was playing on one of my teams was like, yeah, Rel jungle is like the best pick in the game, bar none. And we were like, sure, Moogly, can we have some of the drugs you're snorting? Like, what are you talking about?
It was
and then he
so
played
good.
it, and we were like, oh, this is like literally a free win every week, and no one bans it because no one has seen this thing before. And then we wouldn't want it 3 weeks in a row, and then everyone in Pro Play clicked it, and we never saw it again, and we proceeded to lose out the rest of that season. So that was fun.
That's not Rel Jungle's fault. To be clear,
it wasn't.
But Rel Jungle, it was absolutely fucking stupid, right? Right? Shouldn't have let that get into the game. I loved it. But I like it when they add like wacko jungle modifiers onto champions that should not be in the jungle. Like I was out there labbing Blitzcrank jungle when they gave him extra damage on his overdrive. That was really bad. That was not good. Very funny, but not good.
Okay, do you want to hear the real tech that I have been hearing? It isn't gonna happen. We've picked Hecarim for some ungodly reason.
Of course.
We have what? Why did we pick?
We have a 2-horse composition right now with Rel and Hecarim.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we've just picked good champions for the side of Syndicate, and Strawberry is not following suit on that. They've picked one good champion, I want to say. Actually, 1.5. I would count Rel as half a champion as a support. She's pretty good. But yeah, how does Hecarim play the game into Lulu polymorph and to and how do you kill a Yunara?
I don't think you can at this
Yeah.
situation, at this juncture. I don't know if it's possible.
Okay, so we lock like Fiora or I don't know.
We split push. We try
Yeah,
and split push to
like
win.
literally that's the only thing I'm at. You guys have why
No!
would you do
No! Don't do it!
Anivia is
Don't let
really
me
good
into
into
it.
Zac. Trust me on this one. It's really good into Zac. For
Don't
sure
let
it's
me
good
into
into
this shit.
Zac.
No, no.
Oh no. We're fully committing to the dark side and I still think our team comp sucks. It's terrible.
I mean, Gwen was banned, so like,
Bro,
you
just
just
play
pick
like
Fiora,
Trundle
right?
or Fiora. Yeah, just pick one of the two of them. I don't care. Like
You're not
literally just
winning
pick
team
or
fight.
yeah, or Trundle, like yeah, Trundle, Fiora, Yorick. Just pick something that says, peace out guys, you have fun 4v4. You have all the like you have a Talia, and you have a Rel. And Hecarim can dive people. Like this is actually a good split push game, I swear to God. I don't know, maybe you're just like, oh, my team can't live with Zac, Sion, Engage, and Victor follow up, which is probably fair because they can't. But like, I don't know
No.
what you do here. It's it's doomed, bro. There's skulls in the chat that I'm seeing.
Skull
They
emoji,
are not
skull
happy with us
emoji.
talking about their draft like this. But
Oh,
I'm sorry, Strawberry, but I hate what you have taken here. I Sin win, baby. I don't really have much else productive to say.
look, I'm a pro horse caster. I
Yep.
love horse. I'm a big horse fan. Uh,
Yeah.
to be
I was gonna say
clear,
we're getting into dangerous territory, Becky. We're starting.
I actually think that there are champions here that Hecarim does fine into. But like, he's not gonna kill anyone.
I was about
He's
to
not
say, are
gonna
the
do
champions in the
anything.
room with us? Like,
He's not gonna kill anyone. He gets to like damage them. He's gonna have a lot of damage at the end of the game, but that doesn't mean anything if you haven't like killed your target. I don't know. This is looking pretty questionable from Strawberry Noctis, but maybe they know something I don't. I want to believe that that's true. I don't think it's true, but I want to believe it's true. Maybe
yeah,
the
judging
Anivia
by
is
the
gonna
fact
be
that
the lit.
they picked ADC Senna, they don't know what patch we're on. Guys, we've been on this patch for like almost 2 weeks. The new patch cycle is coming out. Support Senna is getting nerfed and ADC Senna is getting buffed. The eternal like buff cycle is happening. You're on the wrong side of the cycle. You need to get into the light and out of the dark. You're on the wrong side of the yang symbol. You need some yin in you.
Yeah. Well, oh no. You don't like to see those messages in production chat that say it got so much worse. So we're gonna hold the surprise. We're gonna go to break, and when we get back in on the rift, we're gonna show you what's happened. And I'm sorry in advance for what we're gonna see this game. Best of luck to Strawberry Noctis is all I'm gonna say. Alrighty. Hello, everyone. It's time for League of Legends. I am Becky Rita with Storm. We are in Game 3 of our series here in Blue Otter Emerald playoffs. Cardinal Sin up against Strawberry Noctis. Strawberry Noctis have put together a draft that can be that we have called into question here. And now we have questions on whether or not they can make it out alive. So the Anivia is top lane. The Talia is in mid lane. So players are going where we expected. We thought there were going to be some shenanigans, but we were out shenaniganed by the draft. So I'm not sure what to say, all things considered.
Yeah.
Actually, I do know something to say. Pickle, why did we take Grasp? When are we hitting Anivia? When are we going to be able to right-click Anivia with our Grasp of the Undying? I have to know. Email me to let me know when we're right-clicking Anivia.
Yeah, at me after the game in the BOL Emerald chat and let me know. To be fair, it's like, what else do you really want as Scion? Are you going to take, like...
Kind of don't have anything else, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say, are you taking, like, Comet, and are you Emaxing into Nivea top lane? That sounds bad.
That sounds real bad, actually. I guess there really isn't a better option. I don't know. Unsealed Spellbook, I guess. Just do some weirdo shenanigans. Or maybe you just hope that Anivia, you land a slow on Anivia and walk up and right-click, as Domination takes an ill-advised series of auto attacks to get absolutely blasted.
We got a soul out of that, and I think we took like 300 damage for it. That was not worth it.
No.
This is also the thing, is like P-Dog is like, I don't know how much you play Anivia, but it's like actually kind of difficult to do this early game unless you have done like a lot of this, because a lot of like the early power of Anivia is just being able to hit people with your autos, right?
Yeah.
And Sound can kind of ignore that for like the first while of the game. He's just so innately tanky, and with like Soul Furnace and stuff, he just ignores you and just hits the wave. It's like right now you're not really getting anything, and now it's the thing. Can Pickle just go, screw you, you've picked Anivia top, I am proxying the rest of the game? That option exists.
I kind of don't mind that.
Yeah,
you just
it's the option I would take.
You kind of just like pretend that this Anivia champion's no longer with us, and I feel like that's okay. Like Anivia will be able to kind of free farm, but without
she's going to anyway.
Yeah, that's what she's going to do anyways into you, so you might as well just get the most out of it with the Scion here. So yeah, I like that idea. I think it'd be an interesting choice to make, but I think P-Dog is going to maintain some power here. So we have the Zac engage. It's going to be a jump in. Good stun from Spud. That's going to be an elastic punch coming in here. Lock in 2 down. Domination will have to blow both sums. A flash traded by Court JJ on that one, though, as P-Dog just throwing out those auto attacks. I will say, the idea of Anivia's power being in her auto attacks, folks, make sure you check out Anivia in League Classic. Try her auto attack out. It's really good.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think about Anivia's auto attacks.
Man, I can't wait to style on people in League Classic, because I don't think they have spreadsheets saved on how much damage modifiers you need on like scaling runes and stuff to kill minion waves at level 9, and I have those still, because I am a tuber nerd.
Yep. Oh boy, the people are. That's gonna be our time.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the real success. In any case,
Gluttonous Greed's first buy, of course, for the Hecarim jungle, obviously.
I mean, you kind of. I feel like it make this. I will actually defend.
Okay,
maybe I'm delusional, but I feel like boots are fine to get early on Hecarim. Boots 2 maybe is not the choice I would personally make, but the Gluttonous Greaves are good for Hecarim, and in this game, you're kind of trying to just sustain off of your damage and hope for the best with that. Prim going to be looking for an engage here. Will push Dongo Licker through the stones. Flash will get blown here. Ooh, Zach missing the first punch of the Q. Will not be able to connect that stun there, but Prim does get a flash out of Dongo Liquor. Soul of Ghost did have to trade the flash though, so that is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, the stretching strikes there wasn't able to connect. That is that Zach Q that gives you those two bounces. Gets those extra blobs as well. They give you all that healing when they're able to get out. Zach has bought the Sunfire component that we all know the name of, the Aegis.
Balmy Cinder.
Yeah, that's what they've renamed it to. We all knew that. I was just testing you, obviously. But anyway, we see there is this first dragon of the game getting started here. We do have all of the push in the world as Conveyable Club and Ahawk, because we are two range champions into a melee support and a Senna. Senna also is building the Jack of all trades build we are doing, like Senna from 2 patches ago. So I'm glad to see we're keeping up with the times domination. Lulu securing that Drake, fantastic smite there from Core JJ.
Yeah, good. Lulu needs the extra money. I think it's
that
beneficial
25
here.
gold was vital.
It's gonna make the difference. In any case,
Soul Ghost almost died.
Yes, that's okay. These things are fine. We have Court JJ jumping in to just take damage, but not really do a whole lot on either side. I guess just we're trying to keep domination in the suffering zone, and boy howdy, domination is suffering this game. You can see kind of the CS there. 20 CS down this Yunara, and we are still Senna. I guess the benefit of seeing minions die that we can't right-click is that we might get more souls. So,
yeah,
that's an advantage, as P-Dog might... Nah, that's not a kill.
No.
We're out of mana.
Pickle is literally dancing on this guy, bro.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
It's a disaster. But actually, it's not so bad, because Pickle is...
Scion?
Yeah, Pickle is Scion. We're just farming. We're having a good time up here. Both junglers thought about doing something top lane, but what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do up there.
Yeah, I mean, Prim did take all of Port's top lane farm. Ahop is going to kill this guy, is he not?
Ahop trying to go in for the kill here with the Glitter Lance. Those picks auto attacks. Heal's going to come out. Conveyable Cub will die here, though. Going to be one picked up by Prim. It's going to be first blood over to the Hecarim. Might get a second one here. Ahop will flash, but the onslaught of shadows into a spin here. We are horsing it up on Prim, a front runner this game with those two kills.
Those Gluttonous Greaves looking pretty good. Solo Ghosts, Talia is making me really question why they picked this. They don't seem very practiced on it. I mean, it's hit a shove, but that's okay. Big kills coming up from Hecarim. We got 2 stacks on our Gluttonous Greaves now. We're going to be so amazing. Look at this horse.
This horse is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say the grubs will be picked up here. That is a full round of grubbins going over to Court JJ. The first Drake also went over to Syndicate. So while, you know, that is 2 kills for Prim here, the horse is gaining power. And the powerful horses are what we're here to see in this game. This might be a Hecker. This game is on Hecarim, for better or for worse. So good luck, Prim. It's the fate of the world rests on your shoulders and hind legs.
Yeah, it's not the same. Not really. Yeah, more your legs, I think. Those are the important parts of the horse. I think that's what everyone cares about. But can we get a soul check on Senna? How are we doing? 13 whole souls at 10 minutes in.
He's 13. Oh, nearly a soul
14.
per minute.
14.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the first upgrade mark? Isn't it like 20 or something?
20.
Yeah.
It's 20 to even
get.
It's 20 stacks to even get like anything. And the first 20 stack mark is not very substantial. So
yeah.
You know, it's not going. Senna is not going to carry this game, I don't think. I've used my my divine eye, I've looked into the future. Senna's not carrying this one. We have the Zac going to be engaging it here with his jump over the wall. The elastic slingshot will be tanking out this turret. But now Spuds is locked up 2 under tower, but the tower is not going to hit him because that was a good dive from the side of Syndicate. That is a pickup for the Zac. Going to be trading that one back.
We're about to officially double the CS of our opponent ABC, and it is 10 minutes into the game.
Don't worry about that. Horse is here.
Yeah.
Prim is going to be looking to pick up one. Conveyable Club will drop. That is going to be a killing spree. We have double horse gaming right now. A-Hop cannot stand here. The power of the horse. This is amazing for Prim, who has now got 4 kills on themselves. Again, this is all on Hecarim for in this game. They will get this Drake too, so good timing. Although Zac is still alive, we could see shenanigans happen. Zac is a champion that loves to make shenanigans happen on these Drakes. I have seen the smite steal from Zac flying around. He's going to try and make it happen. He's jumping in. He has vision. It's going to go down to, yep, that is a free steal. Very easy.
Prim.
That is not an amazing play from Prim there. But Domination will not pick up that kill as Spuds will pick that one up. Zac will get the stretching strike, get the stun, but not enough damage. Soul stays alive. Zac passive will get popped here. Conveyable Cub, though, not able to go any further. Never mind. The movement closes the gap there. And now Prim is going to continue fighting here. I don't know if you want to keep fighting this one, Prim. You gotta pop that, get out of dodge. Let's say, behold this runaway power.
Hey, Senna got 10 souls in the last 2 minutes. Wow. That's great news.
Huge. We've doubled 24. Our soul count.
Basically. like almost quite literally. Oh, that's so bad. Bro, we're still 2 Drakes down and 3 Grubs. And, oh, God. Alright, well, Prim is proving us on the horse pick. This Hecarim pick that I was like, why would we ever play this, is looking good. Will say, don't know if anyone else knows this, but as Talia, you can auto-attack while using your Q. Does let you do that, so make sure you do that, people. Oh, here comes the horse.
Onslaught of Shadows coming in here as Dong Liquor will be taken out. Prim getting another one for themselves. That is 5 on the horse this game.
Yeah.
Picking up these, like, Champions Cup wins right now. As, looking very nice. Although...
Yeah, trying to invade as well here. P-Dog is here to cover this as well. Quart did sneak into the bush. Smite is good for Prim this time.
Yep, we managed to secure the blue buff, and that is the actual most important objective. P-Dog actually will get this blue buff here, but may lose it on the way out. Does have the egg. Here comes the Senna ulti as Quart JJ has maybe bitten off more than they could chew, and now Pickle will have to try and get out. They don't have a way to use their ulti. There will be no cowards this game. They will just run into the wall, trapped in a pit, and will try and crack this egg, but I don't think they will get anything scrambled right now. That is a devilish egg here in the top lane, as a couple more kills up in this top side jungle, as Strawberry Noctis are looking like they have an advantage.
Somewhere, yeah.
Look at bot.
Yeah, they got 3K gold lead, right? That's really big. You just ignore this bot lane. This doesn't exist. You just say to Domination and to Spuds, you guys are going to be so big in team fights. You're going to grow up to be so big and strong. All you just have to do is survive. I'm coming down. I got my bot lane to clear, and I'm going to go gank bot. I'm coming, boys. And Quart is stealing our blue buff. This seems so illegal. We did this on a ward.
Yes, and Quart should be able to just get out of here.
Yep, I was going to say, Cup and A-Hop are so ahead they can just cover it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
this tower's going to go down.
Yeah, tower's going to drop here. That is first turret of the game going over to Conveyable Cub.
So is the Yeah, I was about to say, can we check, is the gold lead higher for Prim than it is for Conveyable Cub? No.
Um,
No, not
no,
quite.
no.
That's really disheartening. You're 5-0
It's
and 3, and we still don't have more gold than the enemy ADC, who is 1 and
yeah.
2.
Turns out
Pickle.
minions give a lot of gold.
Yeah.
Pickle is gonna went for the
Proxy strat? Yeah.
proxy strat, but I don't think you can do it anymore. I actually I think that window has passed, and they will
Yeah.
just die. And
Yeah,
that's another one for Prim.
If you listen to the boss and how you're supposed to do it, you stop at level like 7 or 9. I can't remember which one it is, because that's when the death timers start getting long enough that like your Psalm passive just isn't the entirety of the death timer. So that was a bad death.
That
As
was
our
not a
Swedish
good
friend.
death.
Yeah, that was, as our
That was a
Swedish
bad
friend
death.
would say. Yeah, bad death.
Bad death. Bad death. As we do have Prim around. He's going to be looking for this one, and the Weaver's Wall will come in. This is going to be the bot lane totally got out of sorts. TP coming in.
Prim's
That's not going to be
gonna kill
a
the
TP
ball.
to really save anyone here, as Prim's not going to go over the wall. This horse is going crazy. Hey, it's me, you heckin' horse. Here I go again. Prim is 8-0 legendary on this horse. A true front runner, popping that red shift. Going crazy.
Yeah, all it takes is a hop and Conveyable Cub running like 2v5 into your team, and then you get to kill them pretty easily. Hopefully we see Sin kind of tighten up a little. As much as like I want this series to keep going for Strawberry, and I think it's a huge turning point for them, it just feels like Sin has all the tools. They just need to play together. I'll have to see though if they do. This is a lot of gold going where you want it, right? Your Senna doesn't really need gold. They're just a utility champion as an ADC. Your support and Spuds is pretty far ahead as well. And we have built Ardent Sensor on Lulu. Fantastic. Good. I'm really glad we built Ardent Sensor again.
Yeah, we're bringing you back to the past with this game.
Yeah.
The Ardent Sensor is here. I'm sure the value will be ginormous on this item. We've already got 100 damage, so
let's fucking go. Nice. How much damage
huge.
has the locket blocked? Is it per chance over 100?
Yeah, let's take a look at Locket's negated damage if we have a moment.
Yeah. Oh
At
my
some
god,
point.
they have bounties.
Yeah, we did it.
Wow.
We did it.
Wow.
We did it. Huge.
A great fucking item is Ardent Sensor is.
Yeah, but the
There's
cooldown.
bounties of shame. Like this game is not going well. Like they're losing pretty badly. This is like a 6k gold lead before 20 minutes. Like this is huge, right? Like every lane is down a lot except for Conveyable Cub and Ahop. And Ahop's still down like 600 gold. Like he's not ahead. He's playing like he is, but he's not. So as long as they're able to just shut down this Yunara with Prim and stuff, this should be a pretty good game for them. Prim is... Never mind. Just doing some horse things. Oh,
yeah, Prim is angling and scheming.
Yeah.
Angling and scheming here for another big pickup as Ahop will drop P-Dog. Getting one there as, yeah, the game is in control of the horse. The horse has taken over the game here, and they will be picking up this Herald, a rather late Herald, so they might be able to, I don't think it will happen, but this is a possible Herald they could fuse with a Baroned up push. I don't think it will happen, just because I don't know if this Strawberry Noctis team is capable of getting that quick Baron, but, you know, anything is possible here, including Hecarim saving our series, so...
Yeah, we have Endless Hunger Shojin done. If we are not ahead, we are not winning, and we have the build of the gods right now, and here comes Prim to kill Cub again.
Yeah, we are gonna run over Conveyable Cub, a true stampede right there, as Domination picks up that kill. Conveyable Cub really suffering in this one. A real struggle, as predicted, of course.
Yeah.
Here comes Court JJ to try and get a stretching strike. We'll get a stun here, but here comes Prim just to kind of harass that back line. Onslaught of Shadows getting a huge fear. The support shielding, but oh no! Prim can't get in. So that's going to be a shutdown on to Spuds as Prim has to run away, not feeling confident about committing further, leaving the support to die.
Yeah, and I mean, they've also lost their TP from their mid laner during that play. Solar Ghost used their TP to stop, like, a free tower, I guess, from going down top lane. There was a bounty gold, I guess, available for it, so that's probably worth it, but just doesn't feel very good. Have to see how Pickle is able to join the fights and start trying to utilize his bulk. Because that is the biggest thing, is you have an actual frontliner with this Scion that you can just throw into them as Syndicate. As well as you have Court, right? So you have ways to get into fights even though you are so far behind. You also have these two dragons already picked up for yourselves. So you can just stall the game out. Sure, it's Hex Deck Drakes, and those really suck to give over because every champion wants attack speed and CDR, but like, this isn't like the worst thing to just like be like, all right, guys, we're just going to chill for the next 15 minutes or, 10 minutes. And we're just going to make sure they never take Baron and we just chill. And I feel like if they do that, they're in a really good spot. But we'll have to see. Strawberry definitely have a lot of tools to push the tempo and to do something. And it doesn't look like Sin really wants to not push the tempo either. They're looking for a play here. A-Hop's really far forward. I'm really worried about this Lulu. Here comes the Scion.
Yeah, here comes the Scion here. A great Magnet Storm.
Goodbye, horse.
And a lock-up 4 here, but that horse is dead. To the glue factory with that one, and now Court JJ gonna be stepping forward with Dongo Liquor, able to pick up 2 here. Domination trying to get some free fire out, will not pick up the Zac there. A-Hop so low, just trying to land anything but those stones. Ooh, we land one. That's a stone. You didn't make it. Talia did.
Yes, it's a 1-for-1, it looks like. That's it at this fight, but or no, 2-for-1, sorry. Spuds did also die. Never mind. DL's 2-for-2.
It's a 2-for-2.
Yep.
Of course. Yep.
2-for-2, right?
Pickle looking for something here, but
Pickle,
not,
you have no damage.
Does not do damage. Okay, we have another tank here. This is none. We don't do damage. None of us do damage. Anyway,
Cubs, just leave, bro. Just leave. Just press the back button. Just reset.
Yeah,
you cannot do anything.
Behold thy divine Emperor's might, Prim. It's gonna scare these other gamers away. A menacing look from this horse here will scare them off, and that will be a turret picked up by Strawberry Noctis after a very strange series of events in that mid lane exchange.
Yeah, so Prim did go down. He's also like didn't buy a GA or anything like that, like I thought he might. He's gone for Black Cleaver now. So we have lots and lots of cooldown reduction to make sure we get those Qs, those whirling. I actually don't know the name of Hecarim Q. Devastating charges the E. It's something stupid. I don't know. But anyway, we'll have to see. P-Dog as well, just able to get up so much zone control in these fights as a Sinivia. Domination slowly getting their stat count up. They're useful. We have 2 Black Cleavers on this team. Love to see it. Those items definitely synergize together super duper well. Anyway, Baron's still probably the thing that matters the most. This is the second dragon now going over for Strawberry. So it is like 10 minutes till our potential possible soul time now. So have to see how much scaling is able to be done for Sin, or if the scaling is going to take over for Strawberry.
Yeah, it's gonna be a matter of, again, the game is all on Hecarim here, but I will say the Senna is doing a bit more in the damage department now. Has those 2 items completed. The static and, of course, the Black Cleaver, obviously. The Black Cleaver, which we have with the Hecker, and, of course, the Black Cleaver. Soul of Ghost has a couple of pretty big items here now, too. This Anivia is looking fairly strong. We've actually seen P-Dog do quite a lot on this champion in these fights, been fairly effective at utilizing the Anivia champion. I feel like uh, Syndicate is running into a problem where their carries just aren't doing enough damage yet.
Yeah.
Which seems kind of odd to say about a 3-item Yunara, but we just aren't seeing Conveyable Cub be able to actually right-click
Yeah.
because they have to right-click through several horses, and those horses are very scary. And you do not have as much backup as maybe you would hope to have when your Scion and Zac have already engaged an hour ago.
Yeah, it's just my worry is that DL basically has not built any damage whatsoever. We have Blackfire Torch that does damage, and then we built a Chovy belt because you know you need Chovy belt.
Hmm.
And then we started building Azonias. So none of those three items, you know,
Wait,
we don't have any damage, right? Like,
no. No,
and
none
we're
of those
level
items
14,
are.
and we're starting to share money with like our mid lane. Like, you know, Conveyable Cub is taking all of the money from us, so so I don't know how long it's going to be till DL can get something. And Quartz losing all of his CS and his jungle here.
Yeah? There's no contest either. I mean, what can you do? Gonna be Red going over to Prim.
Yeah,
Baron still up. Drake up in about 2 minutes, 20 seconds. So a little while a ways for the Drake objective. This is a Hextech Rift. Do not believe your lying eyes. It is a Hextech Rift. Um, which does absolutely benefit Strawberry Noctis in terms of just getting poke out, trying to soften up these tanks here, trying to soften up these high HP gamers. And I think they might start. We see some pings going out around the Baron. I don't know if they really want to start it though. It's a tough sell to start this just because I feel like if you botch a fight, you die so quickly on the side of
yeah.
Strawberry Noctis.
Hey,
You do have no HP on like anyone. You're going to die. So they have to play very carefully. Despite having so many kills and a pretty sizable gold lead, they cannot screw around in this game.
yeah, it feels the onus is entirely on them, and it's entirely on Prim. He's just gone back to base with another probably big item completion. You can see he's up like 3k gold individually. No, we haven't finished our Death's Dance yet. I believe that's what those items go into with the Call of Warhammer. And yeah, I don't know. We still don't have IE done yet as like Conveyable Cub either. He's only level 13. Like he's the same level as Senna, despite like Flame Horizoning him basically at one point, it felt like. Spud's even like just getting in here to like contest court, just that like he can't get his camps. It just feels like every single CS is just getting fought over, and Prim has a really great flank here, and Cub's really far forward. I'm pretty sure he's gonna die. And he does.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a pickup here. 2 pickups for domination here at the start of this fight, as that is Cub and Ahop taken out to pasture here. A tripler for domination. Turns out the Senna was the carry. We just didn't believe hard enough in the power of the Senna champion with her horse army that she has.
Yeah.
That is 2 big kills. That's going to be the 3rd Hextech going over to Strawberry Noctis here. And setting up this whole point. Yeah, they're just starting up the Baron. They absolutely can do everything and more here. And Court JJ does not want any of this smoke, and understandably so.
I kind of feel like this is one of those things that maybe you do like something stupid and cheesy, like you take the Hexiate over and look for that smite or something. Like you have options to do something. It's like I don't think it costs you anything. Like you what got Krugs for that? Like does that really do anything? Does Zac finishing his like 3rd MR item do anything for this game? I don't really think so. So it's definitely like the safer play, but I don't think it does anything for the game. Have to see if any major items. We do see a Zonia's check coming in here. There is another Seeker's Armor feature just this time for P-Dog on that Anivia in the top lane just to give themselves even more safety. believe we have the egg up at this point. I feel like it's been forever since we popped that. So
Yeah,
yeah, there is that passive
it's
is available.
it's hard. It's tough to fight into this composition here. And like again, they can indeed just explode if they get caught in a bad fight, but the damage is just so hard to execute here. Yunara is not an easy free champion. If we do have an engage here, the Magnastorm will drag to Ahop dying once again here. Looking really rough on the Lulu this game. Conveyable Cub getting pulled into danger by the Onslaught of Shadows, as that will be 3 kills picked up. The all-star horse this game, setting up for the team a doubler onto P-Dog here. The Pickle looking very dead right here. Soul of Ghost picking up that one, and that is 4 gamers down on the side of Syndicate. Only Dongo Liquor left alive, as Strawberry Noctis looking to crack as much as they can with this Baron. I don't know if it'll be the game, though.
Yeah. And just for my sake, can we maybe look at our Ardent Center once again? How much have we done? 340. Fantastic.
And of course the locket. There it is.
1200. Yeah.
Yep.
How much healing has our Moonstone done that we've had for like 2 minutes? Almost as much. Okay, I'm just gonna stop bitching about it, I guess. We're getting closer to IE now as Conveyable Cub, and we just need that, and then we need like an extra 200 and 2,000 HP, and then we can play these fights, I think. Yeah, I just feel like Strawberry have done it, right? They're far enough ahead that it feels kind of inevitable for them. Have to see, is Conveyable Cub somehow able to pop off? That's the only real hope, because it's certainly not DL. He is built 0 damage. We don't have our Zonias available to us. It is currently on cooldown.
Yeah,
we do have all of our upgrades, I guess, but like this is not a Victor who is going to hurt anyone.
Yeah, no, it's all on if Conveyable Cub can actually get a team fight here. I think, fortunately our Lulu has Mikhails to keep our Yunara safe.
Right,
and we have Redemption here as well to provide some extra healing to our entire team.
Yeah.
And let me clean my glasses off just to make sure that I'm seeing these items correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's really good that they have those items. It'd be so much harder without them, right? It feels like it'd be almost impossible to play.
Yeah, it's just like you just get tagged by one piece of CC and you die horribly. I feel like, what? Who man? Ragging on items it can only do so much, though. I feel like Ahop has just kind of had a very tough game, and it's hard to play. Once you fall down to the Hecarim gets this kind of lead. It is a champion that snowballs fairly hard. We do have an attempt at an engage here, though. Soul of Ghost will be picked off first, though, but here comes Prim
room to auto attack,
charging in with the bang shots.
Oh my god, Prim went in too deep. He's doing it. Cub's doing it. They're gonna win. Oh my god, they cast reversed it.
Wait, Cub is actually going crazy. Never mind.
My god,
Cub got rooted and has died horribly. Okay, excellent. Pickle's going to continue forward, but there's no damage to support the Scion here. Who's just getting dragged and dipped and pulled around and
we did it, finally.
Turned into a big old piece of garbage as the egg has been scrambled successfully. So we have gotten 2 big kills here, and now Ahop is... that's not advisable. Dongo Liquor is here, going to try and pick up Domination, but not able to get over the wall, so it's just going to be Court JJ on the Zac here, taking 100,000 damage, dying horribly to the auto attacks of the Senna champion, while Soul of Ghost is just like right-clicking in mid lane.
Yeah. Why have we stopped right-clicking the Nexus? Oh, because Close is up.
Oh, Dongo Liquor's also gonna possibly die? No, the Chaos Storm.
Oh my god.
Wait, there's no way. The Chaos Storm picked up one.
I cannot believe we somehow almost managed to throw this game as Strawberry Noctis. That's like legit impressive. I'm not gonna lie. You're 11k up. Okay. Well, whatever. We've secured our Hextech Soul. Nothing to see here. Clean way to end this game.
Yep.
Obviously on full display from Strawberry Noctis. They're just going to take this into this Baron that spawns in 30 seconds. That whole last minute was just a intense fever dream from us. And I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, now we're back to our regularly scheduled horse victory.
Yeah.
Um,
Why do we not have a Knight's Vow for our friggin' conveyable cup either? Like, honestly, why does the whatever? Whatever. We're
well,
gonna stop talking about items. We're just gonna ignore them. They don't matter and they can't hurt us.
yeah, items don't matter actually
Yeah.
when you think about it. This actually, believe it or not, this is actually Heroes of the Storm. We have not built items in this game.
Oh yeah, you don't get gold in that game.
Yeah, no, you all share levels too.
Yeah.
So if your team decides not to play around the objective, you just lose. It's awesome. That's why Heroes of the Storm is a great game. It's still alive today. Don't don't fact check me on that one. I love that
Cub
game.
is
I love
killing
the Heroes of the
themselves.
Storm. Oh, Cub is just dead. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Yep, cool, awesome. Yep,
Oh, we're not
excellent.
right-clicking the enemy base. We're instead gonna do Baron instead. Sure, whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna let Conveyable Cub's death timer go tick down a little bit here as we pick up the Baron. We're gonna give them an honest fight. We're gonna give them what they want. We're gonna let them set up, get themselves ready for this final siege, and we're gonna have an honest 5v5 here at the end of the game. And I think that that's gonna be beautiful to see. But what can Syndicate do? How do Syndicate get themselves out of this jam? Aside from
There's a big pick if it results in anything. Oh no,
yeah,
it killed their
if
mid
they
lane.
had damage, okay.
Yeah.
Victor has walked into melee range, and that is going to be the end of the game. As Soul of
Don't worry,
Ghost
comes up, guys.
will pick up everything here. Cub is up, but will just get stunned out, locked away by Spud here. They're gonna walk forward and die with the sword facing front rather than in their back. An honorable death, a noble death, but the horse rides again. Uma Pyoy. Big victory for Hecarim and a big turnaround for Strawberry Noctis as they begin the reverse sweep.
Yeah, the glue factory runs dry. There's no horses to sell to it. Sad, sad day for the glue makers of the world. Uh, Good job, Prim. You did it. I don't care that Domination's scoreline looks that good. They played like absolute fucking garbage this early game, and they don't deserve any MVP talks whatsoever. It's Prim, baby.
It's all Prim. It's all horse. It's
Yeah.
all horse all the way. I believed in horse. I should have believed
Yeah.
in the power of horse in the draft.
Yeah, you should have just believed more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kind of in disbelief. That seemed like it was such an easy way to win to me in some ways, but we're not playing and we're casting. We don't know anything. We're just casters. We just talk out our ass. That's our job.
It's
But
true.
I don't think we got much else to say. I feel like we have draft is now going to be on the side for Sin for this series. We're going to have to see if they want to stick on blue or if they want to swap over to red. But don't go anywhere, guys. Just a couple of minutes until we get into our next game and draft. See you soon.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Somehow, despite everything, we're here in Game 4
Yeah,
of our series between Cardinal Syndicate and Strawberry Noctis. A crazy turnaround. Kind of unexpected, but Strawberry Noctis had a great victory in Game 3, and now they have been sent to blue side here as Cardinal Syndicate want that red side top lane counter pick, which will certainly matter.
yeah, it's definitely going to matter because top lane is the role where counter picks matter the most. As far as like what's like the big stuff that's available, there's still like all the good AD carries in the pool basically. Um, as far as as far as that goes, that I would say like there's still like all your classic like Aphelioses, and there's Jinx, and there's Zaya. Jin's still available if these teams want to keep going towards the utility ADCs. Um, there's lots of like exciting stuff towards like support that we could see. As far as like big jungle picks, the only one I can really think of is like Wukong and Pantheon are both available still. I feel like both of those picks are pretty big. Maybe we'll see one of them come out for like some sort of AD for these teams. Um, I think the real winning play is just to draft a mage bot. I don't want it to happen, but I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah, it's time to play. It's time to play mages. Put the mage in the
It's
bag, buddy.
it's time to play Ziggs, everyone. Ziggs is still available. I feel like he might be the best marksman on the patch, which really
Yep,
pains me to say.
you love
Uh,
it. You love it when
yeah,
Ziggs is the
yeah,
best marksman. My when I think about mage bot lane, I think about I used to duo with an AD carry man as when I played support. He was a Jin one trick, and it was the first real patch where like mage bot lane was becoming a thing. You had like a double lift playing Vladimir poorly
yeah,
on stage. We ran into a rioter in one of our ranked games, and we beat the rioter in lane, and the entirety of the game my duo partner was just all chatting fix my role, fix my role. This
uh-huh.
person worked at like skin and art in
Yeah,
like art.
yeah.
It's like the whole just fix my role, please God, I don't want to play mages, fix my role. That's what I always think about that. AD carry players don't like playing mages for some reason. I don't understand why. Ziggs is great.
Yeah, he has funny voice lines and he has cool skins. Oriana's a pretty good champion. That one hasn't been picked somehow. We don't have the Nocturne ball delivery. The Zac ball delivery is also gone. Let's see, what's some other classic ball delivery? The Amumu.
Ooh, okay, a Moo
Yeah,
we've got that.
Alistair still available. Because Rel is also gone. Nautilus has been banned every single game, like first ban.
Is
Uh,
Skarner real? Is that a champion? Does that
I would
champion
say
do
Skarner's
anything?
like an incredible champion, but again, he is for some reason really like high elo skewed. No one plays him in low elo. Probably because he's boring as hell. Because ner-
What do you what do you mean?
they
He's so
nerfed all of
fun.
the fun things out of his kit and made all of his cooldowns like a billion years because he's broken fundamentally. But anyway, Nefiri's been locked in. That champion's fun.
Yeah, I will say,
Maybe maybe
Skarner is a Skarner is a
yeah.
champion that's too boring even for me. But Nefiri's a fun champion. Nefiri does
Yeah.
things.
Court just
Lucian.
went. I played my one good boy game as Zach. I need to carry you sorry suckers. I need to be the one with the ball. Give me the ball so I can dunk on him. Nefiri gets locked in. Lucian, like this ADC because he can press R and then he doesn't need to auto attack and can do damage. I think that's pretty vital part of his kit.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see another Arden Sensor this game. We're gonna have like Nami with the Lucian, and it's gonna be Arden Sensor, and it's gonna be great.
Oh, Zaya
Uh,
Rakan. Rakan
Zyra
is a
Khan,
great ball
that actually is
delivery.
good.
Yeah.
I actually do like that. With Rakan here, I think is good to pair with the Oriana. If we have
Yeah.
Zaya, we might as well pick it up anyways. But I guess it's, do we play the Rakan is the question. Rakan actually requires you to know how to play the champion, as opposed to most of the tanks in bot lane, which are
Well,
functionally the same champion. Uh,
Well, Loveless's most played champion is Rakan, so
okay, but I don't know if Loveless is Loveless here now, because we've had a different gamer in support.
Oh,
We've had Spuds.
oh, that's true, isn't it? I've not thought about that. You know
Yeah, I
what?
didn't realize that
Yeah,
Strawberry Noctis also had a sub, but they were using a sub that's actually on their roster rather
yeah,
than a ringer they called up.
yeah. Milio, the classic new Lucian wife, he's moved on from a fish to a small boy, becoming a Catholic priest.
Oh no,
Oh.
no, no!
Yeah,
Wait,
but
I was about to
yeah,
say something I shouldn't say, so I'm gonna
yeah,
just move on.
yeah,
Move on. Milio's friend, you know, he's teaching
yeah,
Milio and Lucian. They have he's like an adopted son.
yeah. That's probably the wholesome way of looking at it. Lucian has lots of useful things to teach.
You know, or maybe Milio's the one teaching Lucian about how to be a better person. You know, find
Yeah,
the light in life, be more positive, be a better husband. You know, those sorts of things.
yeah.
It's a very heartwarming story that Riot doesn't want you to see.
Anyway,
After all, Senna did leave Lucian to hang out with a catfish, so
yeah, that's true. I have to see what our last ban is here. This Olaf pick, I think, is definitely, like, generally been good. Aurelia's definitely played champion from the pickle. That is their, like, most played. Their Gwen is available for them. So, I have to see if they want to go towards that. But I feel like you just kind of need a frontline boy. Vigar is our blind, or I guess it's an answer into the Ori. It's not really blind. Vigar with Nefiria does not sound like a 2v2 I want.
no. Nefiri is like doing all this crazy work, and it's like looking back at Vagar, like, you gonna help me?
Yeah.
I got like a stun, dude.
Yeah. I was about to say, have you seen my early game mana cost, bro? You're lucky I even walked over your auto attack.
I'm throwing a Q and I'm getting stacks off of this. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah.
Mundo will be the pickup here. I guess it could be their blind pick top lane. Theoretically, it could jungle. It just depends on what they decide to go with their last pick.
Pretty sure Mundo Jungle's like dead.
It should be.
The damage modifiers have really gotten out of it, but I have to see. Is generally pretty safe in the top lane. It's
We didn't
not.
look at patch notes. We didn't look at patch notes. Y'all,
Okay.
I also haven't looked at patch notes, so like,
Yeah.
it's okay. But
Yeah.
I'm not playing, so. Kennen is here though. Kennen is a funny champion. I like Kennen.
I think it's really good with Rakan Ori, like the ball delivery and
really
the like
good
cannon all, like that's really solid. I don't
we
really.
have a great wombo, for sure.
That's
Yo,
the
Rick.
Kennen answer. So Yorick is really good into range champions because they go, haha, I ranged auto you, and you put them in a cage and then they flash or you chunk like a third of their health.
Yes. You throw your slow, they get grabbed by the ghoulies, and it's not a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, or your wife touches them inappropriately.
Jeez. What's going on? What's going on in this game?
Anyway, we'll have to say there's like a lot, I think, for Sin that's like pretty good, but their comp makes absolutely no sense together. Like they have individual synergies are like really high, right? Like Lucian Millia is a really high synergy. Yorick Vigar is like an incredible synergy. I don't know what Nefiri's really doing in this comp. Whereas the Strawberry comp makes sense. You give the ball to Rakan, he gets on top of them, or he presses R, then Kennen presses R after that, and the job's done. The game's won. That's all it is. Can Rakan do this through a Vigar cage and through the Lucian Super Mega Ball kick and through like a buffered ultimate? I don't know. We'll have to see. But I don't really think the Sin comp makes any sort of sense together because you don't really want Yorick in the side lane at all. Like you want someone to be in like kind of front or like available for your team. Like you need someone to scout kind of for you, right? Like you need a frontliner here. There's no one for that. If Fury can't do it, Lucian shouldn't do it because he's your ADC, and like Vigar can't either. So I'm on the strawberry thing. I think this one's going to Silver Scrapes.
I will have to agree. I always like compositions that work together and accomplish tasks as a team. And I feel like Strawberry Noctis have assembled a composition that does what it's supposed to do. Uh, they team fight, and I think even if we're looking at, oh, we have somebody who is dealing with the Yorick split on the side, I feel like the 4v4 that Strawberry Noctis have is better than what Cardinal Syndicate's 4v4 is. So whether it's we send Kennen to the side, or we send Oriana to the side to deal with Yorick, or even if we send Mundo to the side to deal with Yorick, I think the 4v4 that Strawberry Noctis have to throw at Syndicate is better, uh, personally. But
Yeah,
we also thought that Syndicate's composition was going to win last game, and well, it didn't.
yeah.
So
Casters were so good at predicting this. It's easy. That's why it's such an easy job to be a coach. Don't at me in the comments. We'll have to see
mhm.
though how this is able to work out. I feel like we're kind of caster cursing this for Strawberry, but like it feels like as long as the Vigar cage isn't like really, really good, I think this seems pretty easy for Strawberry. So that's where my kind of like looks are going to be is towards DL in the mid lane on the Vigar. I think he has a lot of work he has to do, but it's also like, can you actually get something done as this Yorick in the top lane, right? Can Pickle actually get towers and things like that? Because Yorick is a pick that like you have to do your job effectively. If you're not split pushing and killing towers as Yorick, you basically should have picked another champion. But
Yeah,
that's all
but
I
we'll
got.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're gonna go ahead and go to the spectator delay. When we're in on the Rift, we'll see if Cardinal Syndicate can close the series out, or if Strawberry Noctis will bring us to Silver Scrapes here in tonight's Blue Water Emerald playoff series. See you in a little bit. Alrighty. Hello, everybody. We are here in on the Rift for Game 4 of our series between Cardinal Syndicate and Strawberry Noctis here in Blue Otter Emerald. Strawberry Noctis are on the blue side this game. Cardinal Syndicate are on the red side. A little bit of a side switch up. No shenanigans here in the Rift for right now, although we have 4 gamers standing here waiting to ambush somebody who might be going for a cheeky raptor ward. But it turns out the cheeky ward will be on that blue buff up in top side. +1 AP for Dongo Liquor, so that's huge. Huge for the account. It changes everything. That we have secured that first little. Oh, we got another Q. That's +2 AP. It's huge. This is massive. Vagar's gonna start snowballing out of control.
Yeah, Mana Flow land as well. Huge. For those wondering, why is York good into cannons? You can see, you run Comet. I know that seems very strange and bad, right? You're thinking, and then once we see an E hit, so these first like 3 levels really sucks, basically. But that's like every melee and a ranged matchup. And then you just get the gauge and you get the E and the charge. You have to start Q because it's just your best ability and it gives you little ghoul goblins. I don't like that we raise the dead there on these because it means that P-Dog can just like kind of slowly let this wave like just kind of chill here. But we have hit 2 now. But anyway, basically you just chunk Kennen all the time. And if Kennen doesn't like use his E like proactively on you so that like you can't cage him easier, you just get the push as York. Because you get the ghouls and everything, so I think this should be winning for Pickle up here in the top lane, but maybe P-Dog's able to do something. We do have the early Doran's Blade for the extra auto attack damage and stuff, so
that's a classic Kennen maneuver. I will say if you don't know why the Yorick has Comet in the ranged matchup, you've not been hit by Yorick E. It is the slow guarantees Comet. It is enough of a slow that it's a guarantee there. Which
similar
you saw
to the Malphite thing.
Yeah, it makes sense, and really like the ghouls jumping in and trapping them in a cage against these squishy range champions. York actually, like you said, does function fairly well. It's just that these early levels are a little on the tougher side. And I think part of the reason you wait with those little graves you dig with your Q is that they activate on your E connecting, so you don't actually have to manually activate them with your Q if you don't need to.
Yeah. But we do see Mundo coming in for a gank here in the top lane. I feel like this is gonna be forced for a flash out of Pickle or something.
No,
just
actually.
gonna walk it off. But they do lose a big chunk.
Yeah, P-Dog got a huge wave to go through, so maybe a little bit early. Okay, Conveyable Cup taking quite a lot of damage here. Spud's trying to just get a little bit further, but the return fire from A-Hop is going to be enough to dissuade them from aggressing further. But that is a pretty decent chunk out of Conveyable Cub. This Lucian will not be able to just kind of free fire in this lane for the time being. Gonna have to chug those potions, eat those biscuits, and get healthy again before they can start to really look for anything here. Something interesting. I feel like I've been seeing a lot more Doran's bows on these AD carries as opposed to Doran's blades. I assume it's just what you do now. As Soul of Ghost is dead, good night. That is a huge first blood for Dongo Liquor. Just somehow we get a freebie.
Yeah, so basically the reason is Doran's bow gives you attack speed, which means you can auto the wave, which means you get lane priority. That's literally what it basically boils down to.
Massive.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. But we actually we must have gotten a stun out earlier because Soul of Ghost actually did not have flash there. So I guess Soul of Ghost just got trapped in a cage at some point and had to flash, and that allowed Dongo Liquor to get a solo kill in mid, which is pretty good.
Yeah, can see Rada Ages. Our pick this game is Vigar here, so we're going for that as our build, trying to keep on late game scaling. Can see
Hmm.
Court was able to steal the Wolves, was going after the Gromp as well, but does get pushed off of that by Prim, who has their first Giant Spell to inventory.
Yep, first of like
Probably
17.
Yeah, gonna see lots of those. Mundo definitely needs some help holding up those pants. You see them get destroyed all the time as soon as you ult. Does have the
Hmm.
Money Man skin, which means you do an extra 1% damage. Hate to tell you guys, this is pay to play. If
It
you're
is
not
true.
using Money Man Mundo, you're doing it wrong. It is
This
the
is
best
true.
skin in the game.
It was already one of the best skins, and then when they did the
Yeah,
Mundo visual
the-
update, it just
yeah,
became the best skin. As a Prim, we'll be trying to smash Dongo Liquor here. Dongo Liquor trying to fire back with the Primordial Burst, but not enough of a burst of damage there, and that will be Prim picking up one for Soul of Ghost.
yeah. Core JJ has also started this. No, hasn't quite started the dragon yet. Instead, Prim doesn't envision. Oh, is gonna
Oh,
find him there with that blast cone.
yeah.
Thought he was going to be able to sneak that dragon away, actually.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, and that sight cone actually would not have revealed the Drake, I don't think. So,
Yeah,
that could have just been a snuck Drake there if Nefiri had the gumption to do so. And then now we see Kennen suffering. So if you
yep.
don't like mages in top lane, look here. He's suffering. This is
I'm going to
great
be
news.
honest with you. Kennen belongs in top lane.
I agree.
He's an
He's been
honorary
there.
top laner.
He's
Yeah,
earned his spot. He's earned his
yeah,
spot in top lane, I think, after all these years. He
yeah,
deserves to be there. It's like Gnaw, right?
yeah.
He's a ranged champion, but he's one of the good ones. As that's a knockup onto Conveyable Cub, a root coming in here as well. The Featherstorm is up, but we aren't going to use that for damage. We're going to keep that for security. Conveyable Cub nearly culls Spuds there, but will not get the securing damage for that kill. Just going to be a trade of some damage out for these 80 carries, as at least Domination's able to stay in lane, pick up this next wave, although Spuds will reset.
Yeah, this is the second time I've seen Conveyable Cub use Barrier in like an extended play, and Domination hasn't had to use his yet. Um, Definitely playing much more respectfully this lane after getting kind of slammed early game last game, I think it's fair to say. But holding on so far pretty well, just down a couple of CS maybe. Technically ahead at this point as they have the current push in with this wave, and they're going to get their reset here, but no one been able to really get anything big so far this game. Here's Court looking maybe for Solo Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost is gonna take a little bit of damage, but Court JJ will just do a little bit of here. Pop the ulti there, which is maybe a waste of the button, but it's not like a huge cooldown, so he'll be back up fairly soon. They're going to be going for this Drake here, a trade of neutral objectives, the classic trade here. The Cardinal Syndicate members are going to be picking up the first Drake, a Mountain Drake, and the triple Grubbins going over to the side of Strawberry Noctis.
Yeah, generally as the team with Yorick on it, you definitely want to try and get grubs. So that feels a
Yes.
little bad here for Pickle,
Mm-hmm.
who's also has friends just sitting here.
Ooh, Flash gonna get blown. We just need to land another Q. That's gonna be a slow right there. And here comes... Oh, wow. Spud was up here as well. Prim picking up that one. That is a nice pickup onto Pickle, helping P-Dog out of this lane here as spells are being flung back and forth here in the mid lane as both these mid laners just trading some HP.
Yeah,
But
Court.
yeah, a pick onto Pickle. Okay, we have a stun. We have Nefiri over the wall. This should be a kill onto Soul of Ghost. The Shockwave will go out, but not enough damage. Will connect. Congo Liquor lives. Conveyable Cub now firing into Spuds. Mundo is here, so we'll need to be wary of that, but I don't think anything will come out of it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see as well. We can see the first Hearthsteel now finished here for Prim on the Mundo. was buffed somewhat recently, so this is maybe one of the reasons why we see Mundo getting picked again. Um, does a little bit more damage nowadays and things like that, but have to see how many stacks we're able to get on this. It is pretty hard this game to actually find stacks, I want to say. But as Mundo, you are basically tied to this item. If you're not building it, something's going wrong. So not shocked to see this be the rush item here. As far as other items, you see the Essence Reaver finish for Conveyable Cub does have that slight CS lead and pushed, so gets that finished before Domination is able to finish his. The boots coming out here for A-Hop, kind of the classic support rush item is just get your Lucidity boots, which means you can keep your ADC alive more because you have more heals to burn. Gonna have to see what their Bandle Glass Mirror is gonna go in towards. If it's I don't know what it is. I really just hope it's
Ardent
not.
Sensing.
I really hope it's not.
It's Ardent Sensing. You know it in your heart. You know it to
Yeah.
be true. It's Ardent
Oh,
Sensing.
Ghost face check here.
Yeah, Ghost's gonna get caught in the baby cage, will become a baby, and like a baby, not able to fight out of it. As that is gonna be a pickup, another one for Dongo Liquor here. Pickle will likely also go down, getting slapped away by the Mundo E. Is now P-Dog gonna take a little bit of damage here. Will get the stun though. That's going to be enough to secure Court JJ. Dongo Liquor. Ooh, Mundo passive comes up just in time to walk through the cage, doing what he pleases and going where he pleases as Strawberry pick up 2.
Yeah, we even able to walk back in and get that nice additional Heartsteel proc onto the Vigar there. Neferi unfortunately died too quickly, so we're only up to 2 of those so far, but you can see just the power of that champion if you're able to play how you want. Big pickups there. Court does finish their Cyclo Sword now at least, so has a little bit of extra lethality and things like that. Have to see what they're able to turn this into. Currently, I'm guessing just waiting in base for these Merc Treads. Yeah, you can see those are finished. Mid lane quest finished as well for DL. They got their enhanced Sork shoes there, which are kind of depressing. That was the quickness popped, was it not, for Spuds? Yeah, it was the alt connect.
Yes, that is unfortunate, I suppose.
Yeah.
A little bit ambitious on that one. We'll not have that here. I don't think they'll have it for the Drake. They might. It might be up in time for the Drake. Still a minute on that one, so we'll see if it even matters. It is just the second Drake of the game, so maybe not too much concern around that objective for these teams. But if you're Syndicate, if you can get that second Drake and maybe accelerate towards a Soul win condition, that would feel pretty alright, as Domination will be taking some damage on the backside here by the Cloling Conveyable Cub, doing what they need to do in this lane down here. This Zyricon are facing the power of the Lucian as Dongo Liquor gets another solo kill, as Soul of Ghost is really suffering.
We just get hit by an event horizon or something? How does this happen? We are watching this replay of it, and the event horizon.
Yep. We just walk into the baby cage. Congratulations. That's how you die the Vagars. You just get tagged by stun.
All right. Well, that's a pretty huge pickup. We did see Pickle just kind of walking around. We have the wife out now, so we now have all of the lane priority we could ever want. Just get auto push. Whenever you kill minions, you get these little ghoulie boys come out. That's how Yorick ult works. And she now gets HP and has HP regen, which is crazy. She didn't used to for like 3 years or something. So just kind of always sticks around now until you get rid of her. You can always tell her to walk down a lane until she dies, which I think is really funny that for some reason it's in his kit still.
I do think that is one of the funnier parts, because it usually just comes up by accident.
Yeah.
Where you send the maiden down a lane and it's like, wait, no, come back.
Yeah. You're like, I didn't mean to press R. Please come back to me.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I'll change, I swear.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Yorick is.
Yeah, I've played Yorick for like probably 150 games. I think I've legitimately used putting my maiden in an alternative lane like 3 times. It's like
It
never
doesn't
comes
come
up. Yeah,
It comes up a lot less. It feels like it should come up more, but it just doesn't. You just
yeah,
never need it.
yeah,
Like, why is it even an option?
yeah, exactly. Oh, here's the cage
Anyways,
on the P-Dog.
yeah, P-Dog's gonna get caught in the cage. We'll pop the slicing maelstrom and actually get out of dodge here. Never mind, Flash is good enough for Court JJ. That's gonna be a pickup here. Chovy Belt not nearly good enough to survive, as the Shockwave will come in on Conveyable Cub, who may have the sauce. Soul of Ghost having to flash. The 1-4 Oriana not nearly strong enough here, as Mundo is plenty strong. Prim flashing the walls, sending Milio flying. But now he's a little bit between turrets. Conveyable Cub is low, but we'll pick that one up. A nice little chunk of change into the pocket of Dilution here, as the Drake should be the target for Syndicate.
Yeah, you'd think that would get them up to an O. Just making sure to kill this Scuttle Crab. There is a lot of camps on our bot side. You know, we can see our Gromp just spawned, which means our Wolf's going to spawn. You know, that was 15 seconds, get that cycle going. But instead, we are going to start this one up. This is a Chemtech Dragon, so not like something really all that exciting for your team. It's pretty good to deny it from Mundo, though, so probably happy to take this one. Is Mundo building Warmogs in the jungle for some reason I don't know? Because it looks like it to me. Unless we're building a second Hearthsteel, which I don't think the game lets you do. But anyway, Pickle just up here in the top lane, just kind of smacking around. Solo Ghost still really far behind this game. They do have their tier 2 boots and their first item done, so it's not like they're useless right now. Definitely just kind of able to fight around from Yorick as Ori. That is one of the advantages of the champion with that. All the ball movement speed and things like that. But we do have kind of a lull right now in the game. There is the Rift Herald up towards this top side of the map, and Court JJ is clearing that way. But have to see, there is Prim on the wraparound right now. That is a great grand entrance there from Spuds, able to get that kill on the Conveyable Cub. That's pretty big. Domination picking up a kill there.
Yeah, that is a very nice pickup for Domination there, getting their first kill on the board. Apologies for stepping away there. I had a pet issue who was screaming across the room and would not stop. So, solving that problem. Anyways, this is going to be a Herald pickup for the side of Strawberry Noctis. Prim looking pretty good this game, too. We saw Prim go absolutely sicko crazy on the Hecarim last game, and now on the big money man is making some money in this one. Although mid lane is looking a little less strong, as Soul of Ghost definitely struggling into the Veigar this game. Hopefully we can build damage items and we can still at least be useful.
Yeah, I mean, Chovy Belt I'm pretty sure is coming out next, don't you worry. But Pickle here is going to die to Mundo.
Yes, Mundo is here. He is ulted. He's going to be trapped in a cage, but that is a misdirection, as Court JJ is going to come in just to get a little bit of money on the side here. I don't think Prim can fight through the dogs. There are just far too many dogs. The Glizzy Guardian here, Court JJ, is more than enough and can't land these briefcases. Dogs are not going to buy your timeshares, unfortunately. They are, in fact, dogs. So
They do not have money.
yeah, it's really sad when you think about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Neferi will be fine. We'll get a freebie there, but it's only on a Soul of Ghosts, so not a huge loss, all things considered.
Yeah, you can see DL just trying to spring a trap here to see if they can get P-Dog, looking for the one-shot there. Does have the first Needless in our inventory. You know, as Veigar, you were definitely wanting to get that those Needlesses to get your Rabadon's Death Cap just to synergize with your passive. You can see 220 free ability power from our passive so far as Veigar. 20 minutes of the game. That's a lot.
Yeah, and I think one of the things we saw here is that Dongo Licker is doing a great job of just like landing abilities and poking. One of the things that I feel like separates the regular Veigar players from the players who actually do well with the champion is you use your abilities to stack
Yeah.
AP. You just have to connect onto your opponents to get bonus AP, so you should be using those abilities when you have the mana to do so. It's part of the reason why Rod of Ages is so nice, is because it allows you to more freely spam your abilities. Slicing Maelstrom's going to come in, going to cut through Conveyable Cub, who will have to flash away. The P-Dog will drop as Dongo Licker gets that blast from the Primordial Burst. Soul of Ghost did not have Shockwave, or did not use it. Did not do a whole lot either, as P-Dog will die for nothing. A single pickup for Cardinal Sin.
Yeah. Something else worth mentioning. Yorick is one of those champions that just randomly chooses Baron all the time. Because you're able to just use your mated damage and stuff on it. You also get free money randomly because your ghouls will hit turret plates and like they'll die, and you still sometimes get that. We could see 120 gold just kind of flickering in. Lots of minions dying to that bot lane turret. That's where Pickle came from. Don't know why he is top lane currently. Baron is up. I guess Dragon's up in 15 seconds. That's why we're up here. We're just trying to make it that 4v4. Unfortunately, we have drawn Soul of Ghost, who is not very useful right now. Did miss their Shockwave in that last engagement. Wasn't able to connect that with P-Dog's, or sorry, with Spud's engage. We'll have to see. Brim probably going to be the one to face check into anything so far, and you don't really want to try and burst this Mundo.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to do so, but Prim will be walking in, just stepping forward, taking quite a bit of damage. Going to get caught by the stun, but
Oh my
Soul
god.
of Ghost getting chunked super hard.
Dude,
P-Dog
look
now
at
gonna
Yorick
take...
as well on the side.
Oh man, oh it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
We're losing 4v5, and Yorick is pushing, and
Oh
we
my
aren't
god,
even gonna get
Spud's
the
almost
trade.
done.
It's
Oh,
Spud
died.
is just dead. Conveyable Cub over the wall, getting a ton of damage out here, and that's going to be the Drake secured, the top lane turret secured. I was talking about, I like the 4v4 in
Yeah.
favor of Strawberry Noctis, but apparently that we don't even win 4v5, so my bad, y'all.
Yeah, remember how it's just like, well, as long as Veigar doesn't get ahead and they can play around the Veigar cage, they're gonna win. They're not doing that. Dong Licker is just doing so much work with these event horizons. They're just absolutely stopping everyone in their tracks. Spuds has not been able to get a clean engage other than that one we saw towards that mid lane fight. So I have to see what's the play here. Is Soul of Ghost about to get blown up in the bot lane? No, he recognizes that there's someone in this bush. This minion wave cannot possibly be free. We just stick to 16.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Never mind. Never mind. We learned nothing. We learned nothing, y'all.
Yeah.
You absolutely cursed that gamer.
Yeah. That feels like bullying. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, how much AP does Veigar have? Just on 770. That's no big deal.
That's no big. That's water under the. Oh dear God! It's now 862. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. I'm
It's
sweating
fine.
a little bit.
That's fine. I'm sure that if he doesn't press QR, domination currently I think lives. So that's good. It's when that starts happening that domination dies, it starts getting like real.
Yes. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, Yorick also is about to take this tower.
TP in from P-Dog, but I don't know how much that's really gonna do. At least we have the shielded TP, so we don't just take a bunch of chip damage on landing here. So we are able to stop the Yorick push, but not exactly feeling good about it.
Here's the full engage.
What's gonna be able to get the ulti in? Shockwave doesn't really amount to a whole lot, though, as Prim is going to stand up front. Cullen's going to not really do a whole lot, but here comes Yorick on the side. P-Dog now getting a slicing Maelstrom. Caught in the Yorick cage! That's going to be a Primordial Blast. Kennen getting taken out here. Prim's going to go next. Conveyable Cub shoots down the Money Man in this exchange. We had to Feather Storm the Ghoulies to not get grabbed. Yorick getting out these
Yorick
buttons
over.
here in this fight. Team fight Yorick is real, and he will hurt you. That is a huge victory
Oh,
for
so
Cardinal.
he's
Oh
dead for the
no, not
goals,
again!
isn't he?
Please stop grabbing me, ghoulies! No! Oh no!
With its dying breath.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
So,
Well, the wife's gonna die, I hear, I think. No, we didn't
no,
kill.
wife
Oh
wife
no,
lives.
that's actually so big.
Oh, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah,
Yorick feeling great this game.
yeah, they definitely have a good relationship. Isn't just a whole bunch of cursing over and over and all of his voice lines complaining about the maiden in the mist and stuff. But anyway,
And
look
now,
at all these friggin' wards, bro, that Spuds just saw. Look at
that's
the
like
pink ward line.
yes. Oh dear. Wow. That
Yeah,
is so many pink. You're not getting into that river. You
yeah.
just aren't. Good
Okay.
vision. As
Well, Soul of Ghost is dead.
yeah, Soul of Ghost is going to be no longer with us. On the top side, though, P-Dog will trade one back onto Pickle with the help of two other gamers, but the rest of the gamers on bot side are just cracking your base. They're going to get a turret here, likely not going to get an inhib, but okay, no, never mind. We can easily get this inhib. Or maybe
Yeah, I
not.
don't think we
Vagar's in
can.
the mid lane attacking turrets, though. We do have an engage here. Spud's going to be trying to tag 3 with the quickness. A good tag there. Vagar now is in the fight, going to be doing damage, taking out 1. Looking to try and get 2. Will get the second there onto Prim. That is front line down as the squishies run for the hills. No buttons left to survive, as that is going to be the inhib taken down. Another inhib will drop, and without the Mundo and Rakan here, okay, never mind, maybe the second inhib won't drop now. The Drake has spawned. That'll be Soul for the side of Cardinal Sin if they go and just turn around and take it right here, which they will.
Yeah, with Prim not spawning for another 20 seconds, this is a free Infernal Soul. And if you thought Vygar was doing a lot of damage before, it's gonna get even just higher. We've officially crested the 1,000 AP mark, so now we kill Zaya probably with Q and R. I don't know if we
Yep.
need any other buttons. I don't think we need a W in there.
No.
Um, how short is our WCD? Is it like 3
It's
seconds now?
it's got to be like
Uh,
2.8 if I had to
yeah,
guess. 3.3.
3.3.
Okay.
Yeah, so every 50 stacks that you get of your passive reduces the cooldown by 10% of your W. Riot just made that change because I don't know, it's funny or something.
It is
Um,
funny. To be
yeah,
clear, it is funny.
yeah, it's
But it
also
is
really
also
good in low ELO. So
yeah, Vagar Meteor is a huge, dangerous button. As you get more AP, it just gets better and better. It makes his infinite scaling feel better. I do
yeah,
like it as a change, but that is somebody who likes Vagar. If you don't
yeah,
like Vagar, I imagine you don't like it. Anyways, that's going to be a pick on the Spuds, who is no longer able to help in any of these fights. Flash from P-Dog. That Q is nowhere
domination
near
stuck in
connecting.
the cage.
Yeah, domination stuck in the cage, having to feather storm here is Lucian over the wall, just shooting down whoever's in front of them. The Maiden is here as well. Everyone is here, and everybody's looking to close this game out. We don't have a minion wave. P-Dog is teleported 4 feet. This is great news.
I mean, what else was he going to use at this game? Hey, he gets the shield for this fight. Oh, the shield's gone.
Here comes
That's
the
a
Slicing
big
Maelstrom, and he will actually get quite a bit of damage. It'll look good in the end game, as the damage numbers will go up, but the victory numbers will not, as Cardinal Sin will, after a dramatic pause, close the game out 3-1, only dropping that game 3.
Yeah, big wins from them there. I can see that they're just able to take the series. It was basically the mid jungle powerhouse the entire way through. I've really felt like, this game, there's a lot of conveyable Cub and A Hop were really had the number of spuds and domination that game. But I feel like Prim had a pretty good last two games that series, but yeah, this game was just a mid diff. DL, Dong Liquor, absolutely wrecked house that game. Definitely would be my MVP for this game. Do you have a
Mhm.
different MVP or anything like that?
For this game, I do think it was
Yeah.
absolutely Dong Liquor. Just a total masterclass on the Vagar champion here. Completely getting several illegal solo kills on the
Yeah.
Soul of Ghost. Just able to snowball with that. Had a bunch of good cages. I feel like was just a very successful game uh for Dongo Liquor. For series MVP,
Yeah.
that's a different question. Is it the Ringer? Is it Court JJ who's the series MVP here?
Yeah, that Jarvan game was absolutely war crime territory. His Vi game was really, really good. His Zac game, even when they lost, like he was still doing like a lot of work. I felt like he was pretty useful. But like at the same time, it's like the only bad game that DL had was that Victor game, right?
Mhm.
So I feel like it's between the two of them for sure. I think they were definitely the two biggest factors for these teams. So it's kind of however you want to look at it. I think DL was much more dominant just because he was laning against someone, right? And got to like showcase
Mhm.
his dominance against Soul of Ghost. Like he didn't get to play. Prim had two good games this series. So I
That
think
is
it's
true.
Court JJ. I think it's the Ringer. That's where I'm going with my series MVP as well.
All right. I think we can agree on that because I also think it would be funny to give series
Yeah.
MVP to the E sub. Make sure share with all your friends that Cardinal Sin's MVP player was the E sub they called in at the last minute. This is why you never waive subs. Just take their bans. If you get the opportunity, take their bans. You
Okay.
have the ability to.
I
Just do it.
I'm of the other opinion that like, ah, whatever, bro. It doesn't matter that much, but like if it's this clear of a thing of like you're that upgrading that much or something, but Steve is still a really good jungler, so I don't know if it would have been that big of a thing. I do want to say the other series I believe have all concluded as well this evening. Mint Rooch's Roosters took the 3-0 over Team Flame. Raffi's Kittens took the 3-0 over Tilt Eclipse, and we can see Ink Resurgent
No!
also took the 3-1
No!
over the Mingos.
No!
Yeah. So
R.I.P.
everyone's favorite spam team, the Mingos, have been eaten once again by the gorilla. Uh, I definitely feel like there's a front runner for sure in this series, and we haven't seen them on stream yet. We haven't streamed Mint Tarusha's Roosters, and I kind of feel like they're the elephant in the room of this BOL Emerald like team. This team looks really dominant. I'm hoping we can maybe stream them next week because I feel like we're going to see them again in the finals.
Yeah, well, with that said, we are going to go ahead and call it tonight. Thank you all for coming on to the broadcast, for watching the stream. Thank you to Cthulhu for production tonight. Thanks to everybody for supporting, and we'll be back next week for hopefully another exciting series here in Blue Otter Emerald. We'll see you then. So have a good rest of your week. Have a good rest of your night. Enjoy League of Legends.